Welcome, welcome. Welcome back, everybody. It's a beautiful day outside, June 26th. I am Cam, aka Humble Footman, and yeah, welcome to the channel. We are back at it again with Pillars of Eternity 2 Deadfire, and yeah, I'm just having a ton of fun with this game, playing with you guys, and I really appreciate you being here. All right, starting off the day with a new follow. Who's that? Sir Logan Moore. Welcome, welcome. Thanks for the follow, my friend. Yeah, so we're back at it with PoE 2 Deadfire. And if you'll notice, we've got a little bit of new channel art. So we had this yesterday, but I'll highlight again this little box here. Let me see if I can get my hand right here. Made by the ever so talented Madge Wolf, who's been a real support for this channel. Lots of cool art coming from him, so check that out. You'll notice we had a new intro background as well, with the humble footman staring off into the sunset on his ship. So he made that custom for our Deadfire playthrough, which is absolutely awesome. So I just really appreciate that. If you haven't seen his stuff, there's a link below. If you click on who made the art below the channel there, you can check him out. But yeah, thanks so much, Madgewell, for that awesome art. And yeah, we're getting real close to our 50 follower goal. Real close. Let's just go full screen here. Or no, window. There we go. Yeah, we're getting real close to our 50 follower goal. So thanks to all the new followers, everybody who's checking out the stream, really appreciate it. I'm a new streamer, so that just means a lot to me when you guys hit that follow button and help me reach that goal. So yeah, without further ado, we're going to jump into our playthrough of Pillars of Eternity 2 Deadfire. Let's go. Let's go. I did go through and update all of the Pillars of Eternity 1 YouTube videos as well. So our complete playthrough of Pillars of Eternity 1 is now on YouTube. And you can check that out if you want. We had a blast playing that. So finished that up last week and decided just to jump right into PoE 2. Keep that story going. So we've got our save file imported from PoE 1. And yeah. We're jumping in. So last we left off, we were in the pirate island. I can't remember the name of it, but we basically killed their leader and became the new pirate leader of the island. I guess nobody seemed to have any qualms with us after we had destroyed Benwith, who is kind of a rival pirate captain. So we took care of that, and then we're headed over to another island. I'm trying to think of its name. Tapa Island. I can't remember the name of it, but we're headed over there for the main quest line now. So yeah, having a lot of fun. There's a lot of learning to do. A lot of it's very different than PoE 1. So I appreciate you guys kind of bearing with me as I learn the new systems, and I'm kind of just winging it. I didn't research any builds or anything like that for the characters. I'm just kind of winging it to what I think is most interesting and what we're gonna have fun with. So we're playing the Spellblade, and I've been enjoying that so far. Although our Constitution is very low, so when we take damage, things can get a little dicey. But we've managed to get this far, so I think we'll be okay once we get some more of our new abilities unlocked. So yeah, we are rested, party of 5, and ready to go. Let's hit the port. Awesome. Thanks again, Sir Logan, for that follow. Feels nice to get a follow first thing on the beginning of the stream, so appreciate that, and hope you're having a great day. Hope you enjoy the stream. All right, so our known locations. We need to go to Nekataka. That's what I was trying to say earlier. Takapata. So Fort Deadlight's where we're at right now. So we're gonna go to Nekataka. Let's go. I also wanted us to check what our ship resources are like. I think we picked up a whole bunch of stuff. Yeah, but we do need to take our cook deckhand who's healed now and put her back out. These guys are still injured for 3 days. So I'm wondering if it's risky to sail with injured party members. I don't know, guys. Especially when one of them is our surgeon. We've got 47 ammo, 24 medical supplies, 49 out of 50 repairs. I think we're okay. I'm not sure. If we have to, we might just run the ship again. Whatever we bad guys we run into and fight them. Although I am interested to see if we can beat somebody in naval combat. Actually, you know what? Let's check out this abandoned village while we're out here. Let's check it out. Maybe we have to dock here. Yes, we do. You discover a small village nestled in a hillside. It's silent save for the whistle of wind through open windows. As you near, you find the bodies of long-dead kith on the street. Their bones cracked and scored with the teeth marks of a large beast. Interesting. Hey, GM. GM says, I think the big question is, are you going to grow a beard or have you just been lazy shaving? Hold on here. Let me bring up the stream. How bad does this look? Yeah. Probably due for a shave. No, we're bringing the mustache back. We're bringing the mustache back. Last time I went to the barber, he just zipped it off without even asking. He just put the comb under there and went zoop. And so I was kind of peeved about that. So we're going to grow the mustache back. And then, yeah, I'm going to shave the rest so that, you know, the mustache is framed in nicely. So, yeah, it's a little bit of a disappointment at the barber last time. I normally really like my barber. I don't know what his deal was. Hey, Dark Norris, what's up, bro? How you doing? Welcome to the stream. Welcome, welcome. Let's search the location here. You take some time to search the abandoned village and find a strange pendant glowing with a soft internal light. Yeah, we're gonna take that pendant. Ooh, dragon pendant. Oh, who is that? Dark Norris. Thank you, my man. Thanks so much for the follow. Really appreciate it. Welcome to the stream. Awesome, awesome. It's warm to the touch as if someone has just been wearing it. Interesting. That's cool. Grants breath of flames. Hello. Call the clutch and +1 burn armor rating / armor rating. That sounds awesome. You've searched every corner of the village. There's nothing left worth taking. Okay. Well, let's have a look at that pendant. That looks sweet. What is call the clutch? Call worms and a drake to your aid, summoning them into battle. What? You can summon 3 of desert worm, young drake, or worm. Calls worms and drake to your aid, summoning them into battle. That's amazing. Wow. Glad we stopped at that island. Who are we gonna give that to? Who are we gonna give that to? Maybe we'll give it to our mage friend. Let's give it to Aloth. Let's give it to Aloth. Oh, yeah, so I'm feeling a little boyish with the mustache trimmed so short. But it'll grow back. It'll grow back. We'll get there. Alright, so we're going to go to port. I want to see... how my peeps are doing. Okay, good. So our surgeon is back. That's good. So it's just our boatswain who's not doing so hot. GM says, hey man, you're totally rocking it. Don't worry. I appreciate it, GM. Thanks, man. Thanks, man. It's just not me, you know? After he trimmed me all clean, I think because they had the FIFA World Cup on, and you know that kind of European look where they got like the perfectly groomed beard and like slick back hair and everything. Like I think he kind of put that on me because they were all watching the World Cup at the barbershop. So, I mean, which is great. You know, love me some World Cup, but it's just not me. Get that slick Euro look. It's just not me. I like a little bit more meat on the mustache, so we'll get back to it. Okay, so our boatswain is still injured for the next 2 days, but we're just gonna hopefully not run into anybody and heal him up. So yeah, let's head to Nekataka. Hopefully we don't run into any baddies on the way. Ooh, what's this? Oh, let's grab some of this stuff. Medical supplies, love it. Let's check out this island. Yeah, we'll head over to the burial site. This is cool. I like this little exploration system. You come upon an ancient site once used for sky burials. In a large stone slab is a scattering of old kith bones and a collection of urns of various sizes. Search the location. You take some time. 4 hours pass. Find a collection of rare gems. Nice. Keep searching. Blunting belt. Nice. Excellent. Let's check out that blunting belt. +1 pierce armor rating, +1 slash armor rating. Great. Great. Bubba Fabes, how's it going? I'm good, man. How are you doing today? We're just getting into it. Welcome. Yeah, so let's see here. He's got that Gon's Pledge, which is really good. What about us? What are we wearing for our belt slot? Nothing. All right, well, I'll give that to us for now. Oh no, wait, Gon's Pledge is a ring. There we go. Yeah, so Adair could use this belt. He's got nothing. Let's give it to Adair. Yeah, man, I'm good. I'm sorry that we have to cancel D&D this week. It's too bad no one's schedule seems to be working, so kind of sad about that, but we'll get back to it. Oh, okay, I have to go through the OSA channel here. Boba Fib says, I've been a little rough this weekend, but I'm surviving. Oh, sorry to hear that, dude. Sorry to hear that. Yeah, that's no fun. Yeah, it's been a rough weekend, and then D&D gets canceled, and man. Maybe we'll have to do like just a regular games night or something. Instead of playing D&D, we can just play something else, or do like a little one shot or something. Just to get together. It's part of my week now, so I don't like to miss it. Lol, how can things get any worse, right? Right. Jim says, talking about D&D, how does guesting on the 8th and the 15th sound to you? We're going to be down one for 2 weeks because Samantha is going to be on vacation for a bit. Oh, okay. July 8th and 15th. I think I could probably make that work. Let me just check the schedule after the stream. And yeah, I should be able to make that work. It's Sunday at 2 p.m. GM, is that right? I should be able to make that work. Yep, okay, cool. Remind me, send me a private message to remind me so I don't forget, and I'll check my schedule at the end of the stream. But I would love to, man. Yeah, thanks for the invite. As you travel northwest, you discover a broad channel separating you from the flat expanse of a sandy islet. A wooden bridge spans the waterway, easily wide enough to accommodate a cart and a horse. A crowd throngs the bridge, an eclectic menagerie of clean-coated villains, a Mao, in bright and colorful robes, and even the odd Orlin. Down the hill, by the water's edge, a small cluster of a Mao have gathered. Okay, let's walk onto the bridge. The bridge seems relatively new, a little worn for something on the coast. The flat slats are utterly without ostentation, the structure crafted solely for functionality. The quiet murmur of conversation rises as you approach, entirely overwhelming the susurrus of the sea. I'm not sure that's a new word. That's a new word for me. Susurrus. Susurrus. And Orlin, his deep brown fur a close match to the boards beneath your feet, approaches you and doffs a wide-brimmed hat as he bows. Greetings, stranger. Come to eye the race? Ooh. The race, eh? These people came out here to watch a race? The Orlin grins. Ain't from around here, are you? His red Saran accent suggests that he isn't either. It's a local tradition. A swim race up the Osa Channel after a big storm, when the current's at its strongest. Winner gets he scratches the back of his head, some kind of googa or some such. Bragging rights, too. He smiles, rubbing his fingers together as if to indicate coin, but for us foreign non-swimming types, there's a bit of action in the betting. Okay. Put money on the race. Let's approach the amount and see what their perspective is here. From the shore, you see that the channel's current seems significantly stronger than it had from afar, perhaps fed by the recent storms. The Juana gathered here, garbed in thin robes and little else, watch as you approach. One step forward, her own gown in far brighter colors than those around her. She cants her head to the side. You look bedraggled, stranger, as if the sea spat you upon our shore. What for you come here, to watch? We could use our perception and insight to examine the competitors. Let's do that. That would be us, because we have really good both. The largest of them, a bald woman, partial success, okay. The largest of them, a bald woman, is all muscle. She'd be menacing in a fight, but in the water, the bulk might slow her down. Okay. Bubba Fabe says, much better now that I can chill here on Twitch. Right on, man. Right on. Just chill out. Let's just hang. Let's just hang on to Twitch. Let's see. One of them, a man with tightly curled blonde hair, combines lean muscle with compact frame. As he stretches, he watches the water as if it were an old friend. You doubt that third, a gangly teen, should even be here. A light wind might carry him away. Hey, Obi-Wan. What's going on, man? Happy Tuesday. Welcome, welcome. What's this all about? I'd like to join the race. I'd like to join the race. Let's go for it. Several of the gathered Juana chuckle. The woman merely smiles, bowing her head slightly. Challenging Osa, it is always done by a Mao to prove strength and stamina in the water. I stay afraid it may be too much for another kith. Let's see here. I thought the Juana were traditionally a welcoming people. We could use our history there, or we could bluff. So you're afraid of losing to another kith. You have a point. The Deadfire's already tried to drown me once. Let's use our history perk here to say I thought you were welcoming. She bows her head. Then what welcome would we provide if we fed our guests unknowingly to Nagati? Who's that? Trickster goddess, okay. When her gaze returns to you, she bears a small smile. But you are not annoying, I say. She nods and motions you towards the channel. Then go join the others at the water's edge. Leave your clothes upon the rocks, and they will warm you after. There we go. Jim says, happy current day, Obi-Wan. Is it not Tuesday for you, GM? What day is it for you? Should be Tuesday, no? Alright. Let's strip down. Go to the water and strip down. You shrug off your brine-crusted clothes and lay your belongings on the rocks. Yeah, it is. Tongues out. Yeah, that's what I thought. It's like, I don't think the time difference is that much. My watcher, you sure are. I mean, well, that's good luck. Red-faced, Chody clears her throat behind her fist, but she doesn't break her stare. Chody, you dog. You spring off the stone and crash into the cool, crisp salt water with the other swimmers. Partial success. As hard as you kick and pull, the current pushes back with the strength of a bear. You keep pace with the Juana, though your muscles burn with the effort. Everyone says, lol, yeah, I doubted for 2 seconds. Lurk. Cool, man. Enjoy the lurk. Jim says, it's Wednesday somewhere in the world. Yeah, true. True. Could still be Monday somewhere in the world, too. Right? For midday, 12 hours. One of the Juana, you notice, struggles to remain in the pack. No, he's struggling just to stay above water. His desperate gasps carry down the channel. Yeah, we're gonna help him to shore. Help him to shore. Partial success. You wrap an arm around the struggling swimmer, and he has the wherewithal not to struggle against you as you swim him towards land. You pull yourself onto the rocky shore and help him up behind you. The large bald woman pulls ahead and reaches the goal first. The crowd roars as she walks onto the far shore, fists raised victoriously. The young swimmer squeezes your arm. Many thanks, Akira. The crowd on the bridge thins and the commotion dies down. Your journey continues. Oh. Okay. Jim says it's Wednesday somewhere in the world. No, it can't actually. Oh, okay. Alright, well, we didn't win the race, but we saved somebody's life. I guess that's good. I suppose. Oh, okay, and they've got a little shop here. Okay, we don't need anything from there. Anything else? Can we go up here? We can, but there's nothing up here. Okie doke. So it's just a little trade site. We can get some food or whatnot. Alright. Well, what can we do from here? Good. So our boatswain is healthy again. And our cook deckhand is doing well. So we could bring this guy down for the cannons and then put our cook up here, right? Deckhand? Yeah, there we go. Let's do that while we're traveling, and then we'll put the cook back when we get to shore. All right, let's continue on to Nekataka. Nekataka. Oh, what's going on here?
The ring of a bell comes to you on a cold wind. The ring comes again and again, until soon the air is full with the sound of 1,000 bells ringing all at once.
That's a million.
You feel a resonance in your core, a bell ringing in tune with all the others. Something in you bends, then breaks, and you are borne away on the ringing tide, just another peal among the many. The tide of bells recedes. You lever yourself up onto your knees and realize you have been here before. You stand in Bareth's realm.
Aha.
You are alone.
Oh.
And then you are not. An indistinct figure stands before you, flickering between forms like a fire-cast shadow. A fixed, taunting grin. Bottomless black eyes. A yawning chasm in the earth. The aspects of Bareth, the usher and the pallid knight, shift in and out of focus. And at their back, 4 indistinct shades hover. You feel an eternity stretch out behind each of them. reaching back to places so distant and yet so near you cannot comprehend their size. The shifting image of Berith settles on the aspect of the Pallid Knight.
Watcher.
Her voice is the discordant clangor of gongs struck out of time.
I tasked you to discover Aethys's intentions. Tell me what you have learned.
He's draining souls from veins of luminous Adra. He's stomping around the Deadfire, yanking up souls like a giant Adra soul magnet. It's too early to be sure what he plans, but his behavior is suspicious. I can't follow Aethys around if you're going to keep dragging my soul into the beyond whenever the whim takes you. Let's say he's draining souls from the veins of luminous Adra.
The Pallid Knight knits her brows.
He does not seek to return to the beyond? Intriguing.
Her sickly pale skin pulls tight across the bones of her face, as if the shell of this aspect does not quite fit the impossible creature it contains. The figure nearest Berith dissolves and reforms in the image of a thin-lipped ancient crone, whose face has felt the melting kiss of fire. The goddess Wodica strides forward.
Does Aethys frighten you, Berith? He should. Magran subdued Aethys's influence once before, and yet he returned.
From out of Wodica's shadow shuffles a hunched, bald man you recognize as the god Scan. His skin is mapped with swollen lash scars, and breath whistles through the ragged hole in his face, where his nose once was.
Ew.
He does not speak, but stares up at Wodica, with naked loathing plain on his ruined face. Wodica steeples her long, knob-jointed fingers.
We must annihilate Aethys now, before he makes a rash decision we cannot easily annul.
She casts a sly look at the Pallid Knight from the corners of her eyes.
A moon would do the job nicely.
If you think that's the appropriate solution, I won't stand in your way. Given her relationship with the moon, I doubt Andra would approve of that plan. I'm pretty sure we need that. You would destroy Aora for what? Spite? I'll just say nothing. I don't really know what she's thinking. I'll say nothing.
The figure beside the aspect of Berith flows forward in a swirling cloud of ash. The ash falls to the tiles and reveals a molten-skinned woman, leaning on a monstrous, wicked-edged broadsword. Magran's glowing lips curl in disdain.
We must find a solution to the problem of Aethys that is neither do nothing, nor destroy the world. I acted in haste during the Saints' War. You will not goad me into doing the same now. To move against him while his plans are unknown would be the height of foolishness. We must find wisdom in precaution.
What kind of precautions do you suggest?
Magran looks at you as one might a wayward gob of spit on one's shoe.
It is no
Rude.
business of yours what the gods decide.
Okay.
Another of the silent figures steps forward, and the warm, golden light of a summer's afternoon spills across your face.
Let's all take a deep, calming breath. Perhaps cooler heads will prevail.
Behind Helia's words, you hear the soft coo of doves.
I like Helia.
Aethys has been separated from us for too long. Isn't it possible he intends only to gather enough souls to reclaim his realm in the beyond? He should be welcomed.
You look up then into avian eyes. Through them, you see clouds of starlings converge and divide.
Say nothing.
Scan shuffles forward.
Yes, yes.
Yes.
We should welcome Aethys's return to the fold. His gratitude we can leverage to cajole him into divulging his plot. Then, when he believes himself to be in our good graces, we do as Wedica suggests and crush him into the earth.
Scan pauses, inspecting you.
Ah, and here is the Watcher who killed Lord Harren, the man who tormented his dear niece, Alice. Curious.
I don't think we tormented her.
Scan licks the ragged edge of his lipless mouth and grins, then turns to Helia.
I did not expect such a deliciously ruthless idea from you, Helia. I am impressed.
Helia's feathered crest stands on end.
You wretched little creature.
Say nothing.
Pallid Knight gestures for silence.
Aethys cannot be killed, but he may be subdued. Yet to do so will take immense power and time. Both stand in his favor.
Mogren grits her black glass teeth.
That is why we must ascertain his plans before he has the chance to put them into motion.
She begins to pace. Her steps leave little trails of fire in her wake. Mogren stops and balls her hands into flaming fists.
Even if we manage to destroy his current form, there is the possibility he could return, if he has not already absorbed all of his children.
Ew. Absorbed his children? I don't understand.
The Pallid Knight casts a cold, cutting glare in Mogren's direction.
Mogren speaks too freely. That knowledge is beyond your ken, Watcher.
Wodika waves the gods to silence.
Aethys gathers strength. His strength is a threat to us.
Her voice takes on a sharp, almost panicked edge.
There is no sensible answer to the question of a resurgent Aethys, other than decisive, final action.
Say nothing.
We will act when it is appropriate to do so, and not before.
The Pallid Knight steps away from the half-circle of assembled gods. She pulls herself up to a great height. The words she speaks next come not from her mouth, but from all around you.
Let me catch you up here for a sec. Boba Fabe says, Humble Footman, by the way, I bought the Humble bundle for the tabletop books. If you're ever interested in them, let me know and I'll send them over. Nice, man. Appreciate it. GM, is the PoE2 story standalone, or is it better to play the first one first? They did a really good job, I think, of balancing that. So there's actually a way to import your save file from PoE1 into PoE2. And this game is very story rich, and your decisions matter. So a lot of the PoE1 choices that you made will influence the story in PoE2, but by no means do you have to have the story from PoE1 to understand this. It certainly provides context, but I think they did a good job at keeping the game separate. I think too, though, one theme I'm noticing with the stories in both games is they don't divulge everything to you about the world and its information. So you guys may feel lost at certain points if you haven't, gone through the whole PoE1 journey yourself. But in a lot of cases, I'm just as lost for some of the story because you just don't get all the information. It's just not like handed to you. So there's a lot of lore kind of behind the scenes, and it's really up to you how deep you want to go with that, how far you want to kind of dive in. So I'd say we have a pretty good knowledge of what's going on here right now, but I mean, certainly you guys are getting enough information through this dialogue to kind of get a good idea on what's going on with the story. So yeah, or if you have any questions, I mean, just ask me. I'm happy to answer them for you if I know the answers. Let's continue on with the dialogue here, though.
Follow him, Watcher.
Okay.
The black of the Pallid Knight's irises expand until her eyes are as dark and cold as the void between stars. She bends down and brings her ghostly face level with your own.
Your debt to me remains unpaid.
Say nothing.
She stares at you, unblinking, like a needle drawn to a magnet. You are pulled toward her one compulsory step at a time. Helpless to resist, you tumble into her impossible eyes. You fall wildly, endlessly, unable to find your bearings or slow your spin. And in the distance, above, no, behind you, comes an insistent ringing. You angle yourself toward it, searching for the sound. A small silver bell appears just inches from your fingertips. You reach for it, straining to still its interminable ringing. The moment you touch it, your soul slams into your body with all the force of a fall from the top of the sky. You blink open your eyes and find yourself on the floor of your ship's cabin, alone.
Wow. All right. Embark. What is this? While on the deck of your ship, you can select this to access the world map. Oh. Okay. Sea navigation. Yeah, we know about that. Okay, there's stuff on our ship here. Nice. Fragments of Whispers of Yenwood. This was a sword, yeah, that we had in PoE 1. It would take a smith of some talent to reforge this weapon with the right materials, however. Perhaps the sword could become even greater than it once was. Interesting. Yeah, let's loot our own ship. Letter from Alfra. Footman, I hope this letter finds you in good health. It has been many summers now since you first arrived in Gilded Vale. Much has changed in those years for both of us. I do not know if you remember me, but the day you came to my door is not one I will forget. For months afterward, I wrestled with my faith and my fear. And still, the gods have blessed me with a son. He is healthy and strong, and already so curious. All of Gilded Vale dotes upon him. I have told him of you. He asks constantly after the Watcher who restored his spirit, and hopes one day to meet you. Until then, know that we keep you in our prayers, your most grateful servant, Alfra. Cool. Cool. Let's talk to the steward.
I'm glad to see you in good health, my lord.
Okay. I know who she is. So, let's talk to Chody.
With every soul, my lantern's getting heavier and heavier in my hand.
How are you feeling? Have you suffered any recent nightmares?
They're there in my head when I sleep. And sometimes I can taste them on the back of my tongue like a smear of grit. Happens when I take in a particularly volatile soul.
What are you gonna do? Don't worry, we'll figure something out. Yeah, we'll do that.
Will we? Ought we? I just don't know.
Pinching the bridge of her nose with dirty fingers, Chody sighs.
I trust you, Watcher. I swear I do. I worry sometimes about what's gonna happen to me. But, well, it's not like I can turn my back on my duty to my god, even if it kills me.
Aloth flashes a quick pleased glance.
Tell me what's on your mind?
That's all.
Sure thing, Watcher.
Okay. So we're just all hanging out on the ship. Do I need to talk to everybody?
Thank you again for maintaining my story in front of Vanessa and the others.
He gives you a grateful smile that fades almost as quickly as it appears.
I didn't enjoy deceiving them, but it seemed simpler than the alternative.
Chody flicks her sickle back and forth, agitated. Skullduggery. Let's use our insight to ask if he's still thinking about Vanessa.
I realized there could be nothing between us. But it was nice to have a friend all the same.
I thought we were friends. Not going to be that friend. What exactly were you doing out here? Remind me, how do we know one another? I thought maybe there was something between us. Now it's... what exactly were you doing out here?
After we parted, I set out to destroy the leaden key.
A faint trace of a smile forms on Adair's lips. Anti-leaden key.
It's controlled us for too long. I wanted to free Kith from it. So for 5 years, I've been tracking down Leaden Key circles, searching for the places where they operate in secret.
He knits his brow. Chody's eyes gleam with dark amusement.
Trying to undo them.
And how's that been going?
The task has been more difficult than I anticipated.
Listen.
I don't think I fully understood the weight of the decisions I would have to make, or the burden of living with them. It was much easier when I only had to follow someone else's lead. My father's, Theos's, yours.
He glances at you out of the corner of his eye. Is there some way I can help?
I wish I knew. After we defeated Theos, I thought the hard part of undoing his work would be tracking down the Leaden Key's members and operations.
But?
Perhaps this would be easier with an example. I went to a village in Old Avelia, a run-down backwater of a place. Centuries ago, the Leaden Key had intervened to end some heretical cult. The details were lost, but what had endured was a practice of ritual bloodletting. A gruesome, pointless tradition.
He grimaces.
At every full moon, the villagers would feed the soil with their blood. No one, young or old, sick or hale, was exempt.
What did you do?
The village priest administered the practice. Grim old fellow. Reminded me of Theos.
He raises an eyebrow to you.
He was a tyrant. I was certain that if the villagers were free of his influence, they'd be free from the bloodletting too. So I arranged for him to have an accident.
Chody puffs out a heated breath. And then?
The old man died, and the villagers were terrified. They were convinced his death was an ill omen. They blamed it, and every other mishap that befell them, on their lack of faith. So they began bloodletting every week, turning on their neighbors for giving too little.
His lips twist, as if the words themselves have a bitter taste.
Instead of a handful dying each year, a few perished every week.
He's worked the edge of his sash into a tight knot. He clenches it between pale, rigid fingers. And now you feel responsible, is that it?
I had to do something, didn't I?
He turns to you with wide, anguished eyes. He pauses again, untwisting the sash at his lap.
I keep wondering what I might have done differently, or how I could have known better.
I don't have an answer for that. Learning from mistakes like this is a good start. Stop dwelling on this, you'll paralyze. Let's just say learning from mistakes like this is a good start.
I suppose so. I should get some rest. It's been a long day, and you've given me a lot to think about.
Wait, you still haven't told me what the animancers have to do with any of this.
Ah, that.
He massages his temples.
I'm looking for an old Leaden Key sect. I've found several references, but...
He breaks off, shaking his head.
I want to be sure. Please, let me go over my notes again. Then I promise I'll tell you everything.
Let's use our insight again. This isn't about your notes. You're second-guessing yourself again.
You know me too well. All the same, I need to gather my thoughts.
Okay, we'll talk more later then. This insight thing is really coming in handy. Okay, let's talk to Adair.
Hey, this brings back some memories, huh?
Yeah, for sure. What did you do after we ended the legacy? Let's just ask, what are your thoughts on Aethys at the moment?
I want the destruction to stop. I want him to finish what he's doing and then go in peace. Only I don't see it playing out that way.
Okay, let me ask you something else.
If you like.
What did you do after we ended the legacy?
I like that feeling, knowing we'd stop Theos. We were part of something big. That was something I never felt before, not even at war. Guess I went looking for it again. Not that I wanted to tangle with gods, but something smaller. Something I thought I could manage. Well, there's a group of Aethasians in Deerwood, the night market. Go around helping other Aethasians in secret.
So, Bubba Fabes, if you can see here, or GM, this little icon here says this is a result of choices you made in Pillars of Eternity 1. So Adair is recalling his past spent with us. So this was a character from PoE 1, as you remember, and he's recalling his past and some decisions that we made. So the dialogue changes a bit. I'm not sure how much it influences the way the game plays out, and I think that's kind of part of the fun, is you don't really know how your choices affect you until you know. So, but yeah, they'll have little like memories, or you'll get different dialogue options with this icon based on the choices you made in PoE 1. So really cool.
Sort of like the Leaden Key, guess you could say. Except not a bunch of craven lunatics. So this one night I'm at a tavern, and this fella has a disagreement with me. Game of Orland's head he'd lost some money at. And I'm bashing his head into the target when he notices I got this pendant with a symbol of Aethys on it. So we get to talking, and it turns out he's an alright fella. Runs with the night market. And after he was feeling better a month or two later, he introduced me to some folks in the group, and they let me in.
How did that work out?
Well, it depended. The jobs we did, I got to help a lot of folks. A lot of times it was helping folks get out of bad situations, getting them set up with better ones. I liked that. But the group had problems. A lot of different ideas how to run things. Sometimes it cost the people we were trying to help. And I don't know if that was something we could have avoided, or if it was the cost of trying to fix things.
Okay, let's get moving. Let me ask you
If
something
you
else.
like.
Yeah, that's it. Let's get moving. Cool. Do we talk to our deckhands? Got any idea where we're at, Captain? No, okay. Mariner salutes. So these are just our different pirates that we have in the ship. Thank Gondor for fine seas and finer company. Alright. Sure, let's talk to the steward.
My lord, what do you require?
How did I get a ship? No, I don't think there's anything in particular here. I know who she is. So let's just head up top. So if you remember, she was the statue in our keep, Cadnua, in the first game. She washed ashore. Cool. So this is our crew. This is our ship, the Defiant.
Damn me, the cops run dry.
Oh, sorry, Murky. Arena, ahoy there, Captain. Run.
Agrasima casita for taking me on.
Of course, of course. Alright, let's head up here.
This be important, lass, so listen close. Whatever you be owing a watcher, you don't owe your life. You ever be wanting to leave, you just pack right up and ship out.
Why would I want to leave? I like it here.
Just saying, lass. He don't own you. Nobody does.
Alright.
If you be having a tick, Cap, I'll be thinking that, if I be dragging you into these depths, you deserve the full sounding.
This is about Romero, I take it. I'm happy to listen.
When I were a wee swabby, fresh to the sea, it were Romero that showed me the ropes and rigging. More than that, he kept his weather eye open for me.
He plucks at the fur at his elbow.
The sea be a right poxy ore on occasion, and life aboard the Sorcerer, that and more. Malnash, our ship hunter, she were all wet and bothered for doing me harm, and Romero, he protected me. Mentored me too, learned me letters and navigation, handed down the Principe traditions. In time, we became close as kin or closer. And the Sorcerer, my family.
Already had this dialogue back at the Pirate's place, but we'll have it again, I guess. You told me a lot about the two of you, but not much about him.
Fair. He be of old Valian stock. A good man and righteous. Not honest, of course, but honourable. Were our shipboard sawbones, and more than half handy at it.
He smiles and rubs his upper right arm. Bubba Fabe says, what do you think of PoE 2, about PoE 2 so far? Is this day 1 or 2 of playing it? I am really enjoying it so far. This is day 3 of playing it. We started on Friday of last week. And so we've played Friday, Monday, and today. And yeah, I'm having a blast. There's a lot of newness to it. So they've added this whole ship mechanic thing. You have a ship and a crew you have to manage, and there's side quests for the ship and for your crewmates, and so that's really totally new and interesting. A lot of the systems, like the everything's got tweaks and tunes, and there's a reputation system I haven't even looked at yet. So there's a whole bunch of new stuff. So I'm still kind of learning and getting the hang of it as I go. But I'm really enjoying it so far. It's familiar enough from PoE 1 that I have a good sense of how, you know, the basics are, but there's so much new stuff to check out and explore. So I think that's awesome, because, you know, I don't want to play PoE 1 2.0. You know, it's a new game and it's got a lot of newness to it. So the learning curve is steep, but I'm having fun figuring it out. So yeah, I'm having a blast. Really enjoying it. And I think it's kind of rewarding to be able to import your save file from PoE 1 into the game and see some interaction there too. So that's really neat. That's really neat.
More than one swabby beyond the old salt of deferral from the wheel.
Were you romantically involved?
Why, Cap? You be feeling a bit of the old envy?
He grins, bumping his eyebrows twice in quick succession.
Nay, we never shared a bunk. Not that I'd have kicked him out of a hammock, but like I said, we be family. He never took advantage.
Okay, thanks. I'm glad you shared that.
Aye. Do right by it, and I won't be regretting it. Ahoy, Captain. What can I do you for?
Oh, you can flirt. Okay. Not interested in flirting with Seraphim, but yeah, I'd like to ask you about the Principe. Nah, we're good. Seraphim salutes and turns away. Cool. Bubba Fabe says, sweet. Yeah, I'll have to catch up on the end of PoE 1, lol. Cool. Yeah, I marked the final one in the playlist on YouTube as the finale. So it's a long episode. It's 6 hours long, but it's a blast. A lot of story. Bubba Fabe says, lol, not your type. I mean, Liam O'Brien is a great guy, great voice actor, but I don't know, I'm just not feeling that connection. What new shores we setting sail for today? Okay, so we can hit that arrow button and we're gonna set sail. Cool. So I take it this is kind of like oh, you've received an important missive from Captain Ferrante. Okay, I take it being on the boat like this is kind of equivalent to being at Cad Nua in the first game. Like, it's kind of home base, so alright, let's read the missive. Letter of fine penmanship. Dear Watcher, I find myself in need of someone with your particular brand of talents. As our last business transaction went so grandly, I appreciate the opportunity to hire you again. If you are interested, please convene with me in Dunwich. To our fortunate proceedings, Captain Ferrante. Okay. Let's destroy the letter. I need that. So he had asked me to kill Benwith, or to take care of Benwith, who is a pirate captain at Fort Deadlight. So we did that. So I guess he was happy about that. Okay, so he wants to hang out at Dunwich. We're going to go to Nekataka still. Or maybe we'll check out this island first. Beggar with Principes. Okay, so these guys I don't think are aggressive towards us. But let's stay near our ship in case they choose to fight. I'm not sure if I should... Okay, they only move when we move, so I just wanted to see if they were gonna attack our ship. Doesn't look like it. Alright, let's check out this oasis thing here. Water. Great. We got some water. Who dis? I don't know. Ooh, Cavern of Zaur Tuk Tuk. Howling Gorge. So where are we? Defiant, Deadfire Merchant up there. Okay. So I'm not sure about this island. We can go through the Howling Gorge. Looks like there'll be a fight there, and go to the Cavern of Zaratuktuk. I'm not sure if this is quest related, so maybe we won't go here just yet. We'll just continue on our merry way. Explore the rest of the island. And head back to the ship, I think. Just want to see if there's any hidden gems over here. No? Okay. Oh. Yeah, so we can travel to the Cavern of Zaratuktuk now from our ship. Alright, well, let's head back to the ship. Let's head back to the ship. And we can explore the rest of this stuff later. I just want to head to Nekataka. Alright, Nekataka. Let's continue on our way. Let's continue on our way. It's quite the travel. Quite the distance. What is... Okay, so a day went by. Let's just see what this says. -1 morale, water. Okay. Are our guys not... Ship crew morale, water. Oh. -1 morale because they just had to drink plain water. I see. Alright, well, let's put some other beverages on there for you. Swordfish, sure. Oysters. We'll keep that. Let's put the common stuff on there. Like hardtack. No. We could put it. We'll put it on there. There we go. Ale. Put some ale on there. And fresh fruit, of course. Some mariner's porridge. Gotta have that. Some hagfish. Alright, so they should be set for a while. Let's see. We'll put the grog at the front of the list. We'll put the hardtack at the back of the list. Not sure if that's how it works, moving from left to right, but we'll see. We shall see. Okay. Make sure our crew is happy. Oh, okay, so you can see now off in the distance how far Nekataka is. That's cool looking. The Wiba o Tangalo. Alright, we made it. Nice. Nice, nice, nice. Nice, nice, nice. Yeah, I have nothing against blue furries, but they're not my type. To each their own, though. That's your thing. That's your thing. Oh. What do we have here? Here we go. Heart of the Deadfire. Achievement unlocked. Nekataka. Deep Spring. Fawn Prima. 2,823. This is a big town. Whoa. Whoa. We got a mob here greeting us. As you walk down the dock, your approach is noted by a cadre of heavily armored Amau. Their leader briskly leads them to intercept you. The harbor master looks you up and down with pursed lips. She looks past you toward your ship.
You're far from home, farmer. How did you make it all this way in your little boat?
The Amau cranes her thick neck to look along the hull of your ship. Her expression conveys equal portions of incredulity and pity.
Why do we gotta be
Bleh.
farmers just because we're from Deerwood?
Yeah,
Are you a farmer?
maybe.
Yeah, but you can't just assume. We got rabble-rousers too.
As her attention returns to you, the Amau's mood becomes more formal.
I'm the harbor master, Kauha. I must ask your reason for docking in Nekataka.
I'm following a giant made of Adra and I need to see someone in the place about it. Bareth has tasked me with finding Aothis. He's walking across the Deadfire looking for luminous Adra. Do I really need a reason? I'm carrying the finest hay in all of Deerwood, bales of it, so many bales. And I must tell you to fuck off. Get out of my way. Let's not start off on that note. Obo Fave says, did you just assume my job? Seriously. Bareth has tasked me with finding Aothis. Let's give her the serious answer. The harbor master and the women and men with her look at each other in shock and amusement.
Is that so? Well, Andra told me to protect the harbor, and Wodika herself signed the order. They would have had Gallowayne do it, but he was sick this morning.
The assembled guards roar with laughter and clap the harbor master on the back for her joke. Deep within you, you feel an uncomfortable roiling. You can't be certain in the sensation if the sensation is physical or spiritual, but it immediately induces nausea and fills your ears with the sound of blood rushing through your head. Cutting through the din, you hear a familiar woman's voice speak. Each word comes slowly, falling with what sounds like the chiming of a small bell. Bareth.
Show them.
Oh.
Show them what you are.
It is really important that I go to the palace. I need to learn where I can find luminous Adra. I'm a watcher and the herald of Bareth. The whole Deadfire is in danger. Please let me pass. I'm a watcher and the herald of Bareth. Step aside or suffer the consequences. To the guards. Shut up. To Bareth. Shut up. Concentrate on folding the edge of the in-between. Okay. So she wants us to show them. Let's concentrate on folding the edge of the in-between. I don't know what that means, but let's do that. I assume this is going to put on some sort of display. You close your eyes and turn your mind inward, blocking out the sounds of the harbor and the menacing pack of guards. Soon, all you can hear is the rushing of blood in your head and a muffled chime ringing somewhere far away.
Yes. Yes. That's it.
What's the matter with you? What are you doing? If you're trying to scare us with some cipher mischief, save the purple flames for the tribes of the Outer Islands.
The roar in your head begins to abate. The ringing of the chime becomes clearer, rhythmic, 2 successive peals followed by a brief respite. You realize the chime is ringing in tandem with your heartbeat. You open your eyes. The harbor master is gesturing wildly, presumably to get your attention, and yelling in your face, but you hear no words. Only the ringing of the chime as your heart rate slows and slows and slows and slows.
Now.
What is this?
Run for it!
So much for discretion.
Seriously. Okay. So our ship is down here. Good to know.
Absolutely.
We're just flexing our watcher muscle there, I guess.
Let's take a look.
Nice. Just gonna loot the place here. Well, we can. Wow, that was intense. Yeah, that was intense. Flexing our mind muscle. Bareth is, she is intense, to say the least. Alright, we've looted your dock. We've scared your harbor master. Let's head into town. Let's make sure Adair's at the front. Not sure why this order is all messed up. That'll do.
I'm here.
Alright. Welcome to Nekataka. Nekataka. Hunting and sundries. So we're looking for... Let's just look at our quest journal here for a sec. Alright, so there's that. That. Question Udine at the Luminous Bathhouse in Nekataka. So we have to do that. But it's saying that we're grossly underleveled for that quest. Same with Symbols of Death. So really we're just reaching Kahanga Palace in the Serpent's Crown district. Cool, so we're gonna go do that next. Before we do that, I'm just gonna take a quick bio. I'll be right back in 1 minute. Hang tight. And we're back. There we go. Thanks for hanging out. Okay. Nekataka. What's going on here? What is going on in Nekataka?
Certainly.
I just like to say it, I think. Robero.
Need a fresh jacket or pants? Something more delicate? If you have a frame, I can fit cloth to it without fuss.
The tailor eyeballs your shoulder width, doing some mental calculation. Let me see what you have.
Take your time. I'll give you space to browse.
Okay. Badorn's cover, Steeled in Darkness. What is that? During nighttime, this aura grants all nearby allies, excluding the wearer, a bonus to their stealth skill and resolve. Excluding the wearer. Interesting. Interesting. So that would be good if you're trying to group stealth. Right? That'd be good if you're trying to group stealth. Okay, so he's a clother. Okay. Well, I think we've got some stuff that we can liquidate. Maybe not. Maybe not. We're gonna keep all that. Okay. That's it. Thanks, Ribeiro. Oh, Pelagina. What's up, girl?
Watcher. Tiverus. Is it really you?
It's me.
Hey, I know those feathers. Pelagina. It's been ages. But what's happened to your armor?
You two know each other? I mean, I wouldn't be jealous if you did.
Chodi's eyes flick back and forth between you and Pelagina. She bites at her bottom lip, but says no more.
Know this last Cap? Oh, I weren't aware you favoured feathers.
Pelagina's mouth hangs open in shock, though her hair and feathers have the same immaculate grooming as when you last saw her. Her breastplate's 5 suns have been carefully scratched off. She looks down at the armor and back up to you with a pained glance.
I'm sure that even at Cadnois, you must have heard what happened when I returned to the Republics.
I did. I'm sorry that things didn't work out for you. She glances away and gives you an appreciative nod. You can see the muscles in her jaw clenching as the seconds pass.
The Republic survived. That is the most important thing. And here the company's business seems to be getting on fine without my interference.
Are you working for the Valian Trading Company now? The pathetic laugh escapes her lips. She turns her gaze down, shaking her head.
No. No company associated with the Dukes will employ me now. I get by working as a ship guard. At least I can be among my people, even if they look down on me.
I could use your help, Pelagina. I'm hunting down Aethys. Her eyebrows arch, the membranes of her eyes sliding out and back as the weight of your words hit her.
I suppose I should not be surprised, considering all we went through. But no, I will not be coming with you, Watcher. I would be lucky if I wound up dead.
Okay. No, it won't be like that, I
Corres, Watcher.
A mixture of sadness and anger flashes across her face. It is quickly replaced by her familiar, calm expression. She nods once, then turns to go.
Smooth, Cap. Like barnacles.
Thanks. Okay. Not now, I guess. Not now, I guess. Just harboring some, an old grudge there a little bit. Osa.
Care for a fish or two, stranger? Today's catch. Ripped straight from the hands of the salty wench.
Fishmonger lets out an accomplished sigh. Let me see what you have.
You'll find no fresher. Have a look.
Okay. It's just fish. I'm good. Let's see what's over here.
Of course.
Of course. People just leaving gems and fish in unsupervised barrels. Love it. Zaymar.
Dora must think I work for free. Be with you in just a... Almost had it. Damn your eyes.
The sun-scarred dwarf gingerly picks at a splinter in his thumb, muttering. Check, check.
Hazard of the work, really.
He gives up with a frustrated grunt, shaking his hand.
Came in on the sloop? I can hammer your ship together if you're apt to pay me for it.
Zaymar bares his teeth and grinds them hard enough to sound over the noise of the dock. Having trouble with the client?
Aye. Captain Redora hasn't paid me for her commissioned firepower.
Zaymar pulls at the end of his beard and winces.
While I'm up to my nose in debt, the wild mare gobbles up her coin. And now, pirates are holding my feet to the fire over some sham of a deal.
Samar winces and tugs harder on his beard in self-administered punishment.
If I don't get Redora's payment, I might as well start carving my swallow net.
Alright. Well, if it gets me a discount on your labor, I could run down Redora. What kind of deal are these pirates offering? If someone bought Redora's commission, would that solve your money problems? Why haven't you settled your differences already? What kind of deal are these pirates offering?
One where I mend Principe ships and no others.
Samar pulls his hair back from his face with both hands, but it only returns to its tangled configuration.
And here I'd have thought a shipwright would be eager for an exclusive contract. In particular, one with clients disposed towards getting their ships shot to shit and shot again.
Folk like that come by coin easy, only to lose it all again. I'm not sinking my business on the say-so of a pack of puffed-up bilge rats. Bastards are driving away business until I give in.
If it gets me a discount on your labor, I could hunt down Redora.
You do that? A fair price goes without saying, Cully.
Samar untangles his hand from his beard to link his thumb and forefinger with a wink.
It all comes down to blasted pans and pyres in the end, doesn't it?
Samar spits toward the dock pilings and glances back at the work still to be done. Okay, I'd like to see your goods.
Oh, come take a look.
He steps aside to show you the contents of his crates. Oh, wow. So we can actually buy ships. Okay. Look at all this stuff. Okay. Minimum crew 5, full health 40, sail health 25, hit chance 55%. The junk. Minimum crew 9, hull health 70, sail health 60, hit chance 70, turns to starboard 2 turns, turn to port 2 turns, jib 3 turns. Huh. Interesting. Boba Fett says, I'll talk to you later. I have physio right now. Alright, dude. Take care. I'll see you soon. Okay, so it's just all ship stuff. Interesting. And we can buy upgrades. Huh. Menagerie. A pen created to house all of the extra pets that can't be taken on adventures. Oh. So it's like, just like a little aesthetic upgrade. Interesting. Okay, so we've got, look at all this. We've got to save our money. There's a lot of stuff to buy. Oh, and crew members. Cook, cannoneer, helmsman, deckhand. Excuse me, deckhand surgeon. Let's look at what we need here. We need a navigator. Make a light. Hi, how you doing? Welcome back. Welcome, welcome. We need a navigator. How you doing today? And we need a cook. So we could just use, if we put the cook there, we could use another deckhand and a navigator. So let's just ask him again. Do you have a deckhand navigator, or just there's just a novice deckhand here, Tuliak Longfrost. So we could take her. Deckhand surgeon, cannoneer cook, seasoned cannoneer, novice boatswain, but much more expensive. All right, let's just get another deckhand. Tuliak Longfrost. Just hire her for now. Yeah, she just got automatically placed there. Great. Great, great, great. Okay. Let's continue exploring here. Look. So we have a quest to hunt down Radric or Raidrock or however you say it. Oh, I thought we could loot this crate, but I guess not. Alright, so we've explored kind of this western area here. Let's head over here. Where does the quest want us to go? Track down Captain Redora. Reach Kahanga Palace in the Serpent's Crown district. We're in the Queen's Birth, so that's not here. Road south, road north, road east. Okay. Well, let's explore the rest of this place before we do that. Check out Valera Estate. My wife made strawberry rhubarb sourdough muffins. And they're very good. Very, very good. Okay, it's dark in here. Ship hunter. Scribe. What's up, Scribe?
We're full up, I'm afraid. If you're looking for lodging, you'll have to hope there's room at the tavern.
His family Scribe offers you a pleasant smile, but seems preoccupied by other means. You rent rooms?
We do indeed. Forgive me if I mistook you for a tenant. There are quarters set aside upstairs. Passers-by with a bit of extra coin will find a welcome cot and a meal. This is a temporary measure, of course.
She clears her throat and glances away. Why rent rooms at all? Much less for short-term stays.
It's not my place to share the dealings of the Valera family, but this is all rather public.
She frowns and glances around the house self-consciously.
Suffice it to say that a family in want of coin might find alternate means of securing their finances. In the case of this estate, that means renting the occasional room. No shame in making a practical sacrifice.
Of course.
But I've said enough. Speak with Otello if you have business with the Valera household.
She beckons you on in an anxious, urgent manner. Okay.
Happily.
Looks like I can loot these without any consequence. I'm not sure about that chest, so let's be a little sneaky about it.
Quietly now.
Let's be a little sneaky about it. Just wait for our stealth to be at full here. Let's see if we can sneak in.
I'll try my best.
I don't think that's gonna work. I think we can unlock it. Footman party assist for yes.
It's no trouble.
Yeah, so that's stealing. So they're not going to be happy if I do that. So I'll just unlock it for the XP. Maybe we can steal from it later.
That's unusual.
Oh, a little secret stash there.
Indeed.
Excellent. Couple of scrolls.
My fingers be fat and furry, but swabbed and sparkling, Cap.
Alright, I think we can loot this without some scoria. What is this? Volcanic rock. Sounds good. Hello. Begging your pardon, get out of me kitchen. My bad. My bad. Alright, let's run over here. This takes us where? I don't know. Doesn't say. Alright, let's go upstairs. I think that takes us outside. I think that takes us outside. Okay. Some guards. Taking all your goodies. What's in here? Otello.
Ah, a new face in the Valera holds.
Otello Valera's face is lined and weary, but his coat is tidily buttoned, his posture faultless. This place looks pretty shabby. Footman at your service. Let's go with that.
Courtly manners are welcome here.
He inclines his head.
My time is not inexhaustible, but I am willing to spare it.
He opens his palms and invites you to continue.
What can I do for you?
What does your family do for the Valiant Trading Company?
Valera ships escort goods and merchants from island to island across Deadfire. The Principe dogs show us their stern whenever they spot Valera colors on the horizon.
Leave it to a swabby from the Republics to think a pirate showing them their rear be a compliment.
The Orlan chuckles at his own joke. Okay, farewell. Martino.
A new face to the Valera halls. And aren't we all so excited to see you?
Martino Valera grins from ear to ear.
I always make time for chatter. Say what you will.
What do you bring to the Valera household?
Is drama an acceptable answer?
His grin widens.
I make sure the wine cellar is stocked, and that sons and daughters alike know how to carry a blade.
Okay, farewell. So we won't loot everything you own just yet. What's in here? Aha.
Not exactly my area of expertise.
Maybe.
What do you need?
I can't close the door. Okay. Well, let's go stealthy.
Indeed.
Make sure we have nobody seeing us as we loot the room. Battle axe. Bonus crit damage. Nice. Maybe we'll use some battle axes. Let's get the Orlan here.
I don't be supposing we could blow it up. Easy breezy.
Oil of Allure. What does this do? Affects +2 bluff, +2 diplomacy. This is like what is it called? Perfume?
Sleazy.
Oil of Allure. Cool. Alright, so there's some people sleeping here. Let's see if we can be sneaky about looting their stuff. Just gonna wait for our stealth meter to charge fully there, and then we'll go and loot the room.
Happily.
Yoink. 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 Ooh, we can loot the people too, eh? Let's try. Let's do a quick save just in case we wake anybody up. And we'll see if we can pickpocket some sleeping people. Yeah. Yoink. Oh, we're being seen here. There we go. Okay, wait for our stealth meter to drop again. See if we can grab this loot here. Nice. Yoink. Let our stealth meter drop again. And we'll grab Martino Valera's. Oh. That's a Valera. Well, let's see.
Quietly now.
Oh, we're being seen. There we go. Just let that drop to 0 and we're going to loot Martino. And then we'll talk. Yoink. Okay. Let's chat.
Trouble sleeping, Watcher? Me, I sleep like an infant.
Oh. Doesn't want to talk right now. Okay. So nothing really here at the moment. There's probably a quest that takes us in there. But we've got a bunch of that dialogue out of the way now, so that's good. That's good. Okay. Let's head out this door. Let's see where this takes us. See where this takes us. Do, 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 do. Very pomp music. Oh.
You eyeing that fresh shat bare paws lump of lumber yonder? That be the misery's delight. Malnaj's pus-stuffed canker of a boat.
He points wildly at a half-galley docked nearby. Only 2 hands hold the deck. The remaining crew may be below decks, or they may be ashore. I don't know what he's saying half the time. A vast and flogging fuck, Captain. Okay. Who?
Malnaj, High Queen Sea Devil of the Deadfire. Unfortunately, also the second best ship hunter around. After yours truly, of course.
He ups. Aloth blinks incredulously.
Doxy popped a hard on and a half for hating me the tick I joined the sorcerer. Romaro shielded me from the worst of her training. When they bountied him, I figured for sure the Rat Queen would be the first rat up the gangplank. Malnaj be up in Romaro's head, or I've never had a roll on the waves. She finds him for us. She'll sink him soon as sighted. Come on, Captain.
He bounces on the balls of his feet. Jody grins wide and slow and easy. Impassioned.
What can I do?
Okay. I guess we should go investigate that. I'm assuming they're at the docks. So that's our ship. Where are they? I don't see them. Let's go fast mode here. See if we can see them. Hello? No? Okay. Not sure what he's talking about. The shipwright's plight. Okay, so we can go find Captain Redora at the Wild Mare. So why don't we just intercept them there? Where is the Wild Mare? Right there. Okay. Let's head down to the Wild Mare. Sounded urgent. Sounded urgent. Let's head down that way. Let's head down that way.
The Hazanui is at the palace, blaming the Valians for attacking one of their ports.
Well, did they?
Of course not. But the Queen must calm them down before they go to war over it.
Alright.
Merla, how is every ship hunter taken?
Enia, let's talk. No sooner do you approach the valiant woman than she squints and turns up her nose, regarding you with thinly veiled distaste.
I only deal with serious clients. Now shoo.
She makes a sweeping gesture with both hands. Excuse me?
Ak, done. You are dismissed. Madiko. But it is impossible to find skilled work when every competent freelancer wastes their shore leave in the Wild Mare.
She grimaces toward the east.
When blood travels south of their brains, the value of a good bounty is forgotten.
Okay. You give out bounties? I could take some off your hands.
You, a nameless face of the streets?
She thumbs her chin and gives you a thorough looking over.
I I do not make a habit of shepherding new talent, but there is a seed of potential.
She sighs to herself and peers over your shoulder before giving up and addressing you directly.
We will cut your teeth on Biakara, a Huana sailor and would-be patriot who plagues company ships.
Okay, I'll take the bounty.
Gelarde. Biakara sails a voyager's scale of Tangaloa off of Hasongo's northeastern coast.
Ania studies you once more before shrugging and seeing you off with a wave. Before I go, I had some questions.
Questions? Ask your questions, Aimiko.
Never mind. Okay. Cool, so we got a bounty.
At once.
Alright, let's head over to the Wild Mare. She's probably like, what the heck? I just told you not to go to the Wild Mare. We take the bounty. We run directly into the Wild Mare. Makes perfect sense. Perfect sense. Okay. Jintel, talk to me.
Do you enjoy coin, my friend?
I just went behind the bar. There we go.
Hail and welcome to the Wild Mare, friend.
A jovial man at the bar grins and motions you closer. His arms are corded with thick muscle and cross-hatched with scars.
Now, what can I do for you?
I'm looking for some more intimate entertainment. Show me what you have for sale.
You see anything you like, you let me know.
Okay. We've got the backstage storage room. You can rest for 0 copper, or the private dance room for 200. Cool. Some adventurers. Got some crew members here. I'm looking for a navigator, but we don't have one to hire, so that's okay. I think we want to reroll stats on Chody and Aloth. Maybe even us at some point. We're good for now. We're good for now. Okay. Cool, nothing there. Let's head over here and talk to Luca.
My one solace from the tedious bureaucracy.
Okay. Abako?
Ado, my friend. I knew our paths would cross eventually.
Valian shouts over the din of the Wild Mare to get your attention, turning a great many heads to study your exchange. He takes a hearty swig of his tankard. Do I know you?
Not yet, but I know that we will be fast friends.
Oh.
Tell me, you are the one who sails that fine ship, Ak? Terrorize the docks with spirits, Ak?
Leaning in close, he sips from the tankard and loudly sucks moisture from his upper lip. Who's asking? Footman, Captain of the Defiant, at your service.
I am Aboko, and I am positioned to offer... I have opportunities for...
He clumsily unfolds a sheaf of parchment. The tankard slips in his grasp and spills ale down the front of his trousers. He gawks down on himself in horror.
1,000 times I practiced my speech. Merda. Never did it go this poorly.
Give him an ale. Here, you need this more than I do.
Agrasima. Do you know what my problem is, Aimiko?
He accepts the tankard and drinks deeply.
I am supposed to be in the business of giving bounties, but I know no one who hunts them.
He stamps his feet, kicking up a spray of spilled ale.
No one will unfurl their sail for my humble payments. But I must start from the bottom and work my way to the top, Ak?
What bounties do you have available?
You will take the job? You will take the job.
He grips you by the shoulders and smiles, tears springing to the corner of his eyes.
Agrasima. Something special for my first hunter, then.
He drains the tankard and tucks it under his arm to retrieve his sheaf of notes.
I will start you on Meria, the mad animancer. She tortures her victims with unspeakable treatments before casting what's left to Berath's will. My contact saw her leaving Port Maje and heading west of Maje Island.
Okay, before I go ahead, some questions.
You have but to ask.
You seem down on your luck.
It is true that I have stumbled in my career path.
Abako clears his throat.
Now that I have such an accomplished hunter, I can stand in the long shadow of your success.
He claps you on the shoulder.
It's not all bad, but the momentum of meeting new clients over drinks and in such enchanting company, it drains the stamina, my friend.
Okay, farewell. Ah, there's Captain Redora.
Where in the blazes is that old man?
And Khan, someone named Khan said something here. Let's talk to the captain.
You say I cannot down the rest? Watch me, Miko.
A Valian sailor raises her tankard and arches her back to invite a torrent of ale down her expectant mouth. Holding his nose with nothing to show for it, he taps the tankard's base and furrows her brow at its apparent emptiness. Her companion shakes his head and focuses his attention elsewhere.
Madiko, it is no wonder I thirst.
As she wipes her mouth with the back of her hand, her eyes widen and meet yours.
Ado, why do you stare?
Let's start with the grog. This next one's on me.
Agrasima. Even in the oasis I am parched.
She pockets the coins and glances past you to the bar.
If you grant wishes, there is a vacancy on my ship.
Redora's frown cracks to reveal a shy smile.
Yet another reminder that not every seaworthy vessel be crewed up to the standards of the sorcerer.
As the captain of the Defiant, I'm already taken.
Sientere, frero.
Redora inclines her head.
Next time around the wheel, perhaps.
Alright, well, Zamar sent me to collect your debt.
Merla, and he hired muscle.
Redora takes a shaky step back.
Sientere, but you are too late to collect.
She holds out her palms and flinches at the blow that doesn't come.
A gang in the northern alley stole every coin. I cannot hire a crew, much less repay Zamar.
Redora slowly lowers her trembling hands. Zamar is having some pirate trouble. Could this gang be connected? Sounds like my quarrels with this gang for well. No money means I'm no longer interested. I don't believe you. Why don't you tell me what happened?
Wizard lights drew me like a moth to the alley north of the wild mare.
Her eyes turn downcast.
And the blow to the back of the head that followed, Merlight hurt.
She touches a spot behind her ear and hisses.
Then a wolf sat on my chest while a group of thugs went through my pockets.
A wolf?
Ah, it growled like a thunderstorm and drooled on my uniform.
Redora pats a stain on her shoulder.
I stumbled back here and traded all I had left for the comforts of the mare.
Zamar is having some pirate trouble. Could this gang be connected? Use her streetwise ability.
If they wanted Zamar to thirst for coin, it is possible. Botzos will regret it when I turn my cannons to their mast.
Redora raises her empty mug as the vow is struck.
Those the cannons who be waiting for Zamar to cast you. Because I'll be seeing more holes in that plan than in any Principe mast's future or no.
His green eyes pry at her from over crossed arms. Sounds like my quarrels with the gang. Farewell.
When you got their leader, tell them Radora sent you.
She raises her mug and winks. Alright, get some dancers. There's Khan. A young woman lingers near the stage with a mug of ale clutched tight in her hands. Though she shows no interest in the dancers, the bags beneath her eyes speak to many long nights spent drinking in the tavern. She looks lazily about the room until her gaze alights on you with interest.
Have you seen an old elf hanging around here lately? Dressed as funny, probably drunker than an eel in a barrel of mead.
That sounds like Or a charade. No, I can't say I have.
Andra's crushing void. I thought as much.
She sighs heavily and pinches the bridge of her nose.
Listen, the guy I'm looking for owes me a lot of money. 5,000 coppers. You help me find him, and I'll give you 20%.
Who owes you money?
The drunk old goat I was pestering you about, Oswald. Like the credulous fool I am, I gave him a loan and he ran off before paying me back.
Khan looks at you expectantly. 20%, but I'll be the one doing all the work.
Fine, fine. Andra's great sagging tits. Fine. You can have 40% and rights to whatever baubles Oswald has on him.
Deal.
Haggling for the fun of it, not keeping you busy enough?
Huh.
The man I'm looking for, Oswald, was especially fond of one of the courtesans upstairs, Analis.
Analis.
Maybe you can get more out of her than I can. She refuses to speak to me, the snippy little cur.
I would like the prostitute that goes by the name Analis. I've got a few questions for you. Have you tried being nice?
She wasn't receptive to my particular charms. Let's see you do better. Maybe you can get more out of her than I can. She refuses to speak to me, the snippy little cur.
Oh, okay, sure thing.
Come find me after you've talked to her. I'll be here, with my beer.
Alright. So we've got a gang of thugs in the back alley that we need to, we need to find out about. And then we've got the prostitute by the name of Analis.
Certainly.
So let's go back. Let's do it in that order. We'll go behind the alley. Find out what's going on. Find out what's going on.
Have a voice for shanties these days. Too much salt in the air.
Not even my Vithrak darling.
A 10-minute falsetto per complaincanet.
So they said it was behind.
Shh. Keep your voices down, my cullies.
Obi-Wan says, "What's wrong with that name?"
The Queen is holding court today with the Valiant and Rawatans.
I've called my daughter like this.
How
Very
long
common
before
where I'm
they're
from.
killing each other?
Nothing wrong with the name.
Wager on it?
I didn't know you had a daughter. Akima.
Well met, stranger. Akira, but isn't this district a fine place?
The Huana woman stares off into the distance with a longing expression. Let's use our insight to turn and see what she's looking at. She doesn't settle. Obi-Wan says, "I don't have a daughter or any kids." You trolling. She doesn't settle on any point of particular interest. Everything from the high buildings to the cobblestones is a subject of fascination. She notices your attention and turns her eyes to the ground.
I am not one meant to venture far from the gullet. Until recently, I had a respectable job at the Luminous Bathhouse. Now that I am unemployed, I seek to make myself useful before the money runs out, and I must return to the Roparu as a pauper.
She frowns and turns her gaze back to you. Okay. I don't care, but you worked at the Luminous Bathhouse?
A wonderful place. Would that I could cross its threshold again and feel the mist of luminous waters.
Her smile is sad if genuine.
In spite of my time there, I cannot do else but give it my highest recommendation. You will find the Luminous Bathhouse in Periki's Overlook.
Okay. Could you direct me to the Kahanga Palace?
Akira, you want to follow the road north, up the mountain, always climbing. It is the highest point in the city.
Great. Tell me about Queen's birth.
The Queen granted this area of the city to the Valian outsiders. Here they organized their business and trade. digging up the archipelago with both hands and carrying riches overseas. In her welcoming embrace, the Queen allowed a similar concession to the Royal Deadfire Company. You would do well to see as much of Nekataka while you are here, I am thinking.
How did you lose your job at the bathhouse?
More happens at the bathhouse than cleanliness and ease. It is a place of meetings, business, and transactions, to all of which the attendants are either blind or deaf. One day, I overheard, more than I ought to have. In my airing, I gasped. To my great shame, I showed a most unprofessional reaction before clients. I was fired, and rightly so.
She bows her head. What did you overhear in the bathhouse to cause such a scandal? Akema shakes her head and lowers in the deepest shame. She's trembling, and it's clear that, in her estimate, she has suffered enough without debasing herself even further. Okay, farewell.
You're quite friendly, aren't you?
Okie doke. So where is this alleyway behind the wild mare? Is it? I don't understand. There was a... I thought we were supposed to find some bandits.
Of course.
Are you guys bandits? Feels as if there's more foreigners than Juana in the harbor these days. Okay. Just looting all your stuff. These guys down here, maybe? No, commoners. Maybe I misread that quest. Find the pirate gang that mugged Redora. Cutpurse's ambushed Captain Redora and stole Zimar's coin. The thugs got the drop on her in the northern alleys of Queensbirth. Okay. It's the northern alley of Queensbirth. So up here. Not near the inn. I thought the alleys were near the inn. The luminous Adra Mill. That's what we're looking for. Sansa's Map Emporium.
Where is my postinago of a brother? You there? Have you seen Laro Badato?
No.
Madico. Where is that spoiled brat?
A woman in fine clothes clutches a ledger in both hands. She searches the faces of passers-by, settling on yours with an uncertain frown. What seems to be the problem?
Laro is past due for a company meeting. Mother wants me to drag the elusive louse back by his ear.
She tucks the book under her arm.
Must be nice to be a layabout. Uncle Engbert would have tanned my hide.
A faint trace of a smile forms on Adair's lips. Pro-Eothasian.
Fuck. I am angry and jealous in equal measure. You'd think this district was a maze, the way he manages to hide.
She glances over your shoulder and sighs, then looks back at you with sudden recognition.
The spirit magnet. Sientere, that I did not recognize you. If you desire to get in the graces of the Valiant Trading Company, we can help each other.
Ah. How can I help?
Could I persuade you to watch out for Laro? I'd pay generously for your trouble.
Our high perception allows us to study her hands. Nera has been digging her nails into her ledger, leaving crescent moon-shaped impressions in the binding. She notices your interest and holds the book protectively close.
I'm concerned because Laro tends to feud with Orso, one of the local Valera rats.
If I happen across Laro, I'll let you know. I take it your mother is someone important. You aren't exactly tearing the district apart looking for him. What did you mean by Valera rat? What did you mean by Valera rat?
The Valeras. A brood of sea vermin playing at nobility.
She hefts her ledger as if to bring it down on a pest.
We squabble and compete, but Laro, the postinago, takes it too far.
I take it your mother is someone important.
It's Sally Bardato. The Valiant Trading Company leans on her to finance their mission. If only more of her offspring were as accomplished.
Nera raises her free hand and squeezes the bridge of her nose. Okay, if I happen across Lair, I'll let you know.
Would you? I'll be waiting at the estate in case he happens to return.
Nera thumbs over her shoulder.
Laro and his miscreant friends carouse at the tavern, the falls above the Adra Mill, and the southwestern bridge.
Okay.
If you see him, tell Laro to get his good-for-nothing ass back home.
Okay.
Well, we do have this thing with chasing a rogue god to the ends of Aora, but I guess if it's on the way.
True. We do have that. Who's this? Ivor the Bright.
Can we talk?
Gon shepherds us all, traveler. Seek out his temple along the sacred stair, that thy path shall be made clear.
That sounds like Sam Riegel.
What do you need?
You wanted to talk?
The children of the Dawn Stars. I wondered if we'd run into them down here. There's someone I used to know. Just an old friend. Came out here to settle with them last I heard. Maybe we should ask around. See if she's still out here. Might be she can help us.
Just a friend, huh?
Jody rubs the back of her neck, clearly uncomfortable. How did you know her?
Oh, well, both grew up in Gilded Vale, same temple.
Adair looks askance at you. You're eager to see her, but you're trying to hide it. Why? Your cheeks are red. Diplomacy, you can trust me, Your cheeks are red.
All right, all right. We used to, you know. She was real loud, too. Used to have to cover her mouth or she'd get the dog howling in the next room.
Jody's face models bright red and she turns away, hands covering her eyes. I get the picture.
I knew you'd understand. You're gonna like her. I got a good feeling.
Find someone who might know Adair's friend.
Yes?
Okay.
Gon shepherds us all, traveler. Seek out his temple along the sacred stair, that thy path shall be made clear.
Queen Birth District home. So this is where the bandits should be. Juanica, what's up? Oops.
Well met, stranger. If you feel like investing in protection, I'd be willing to trade iron for copper.
The armorer presents you with a friendly smile. Let me see what you have.
Lots to see. Take your time.
Hello, Heaven's Cacophony. 2 intellect, 1 religion. Shout of Hosts. What is this? Launches a cone attack that can knock back and stun targets in the area of effect. AoE 20 to 40 crushing damage, 3 meter push. That's sweet. 2 per rest. And Avenging the Storm. Once per rest, the druid becomes a conduit for the power of a storm. Any target they strike with a weapon or who strikes them with a weapon is attacked by a bolt of lightning. That's awesome. Very cool. Horns of the Bleak Mother. +1 perception, resistance to resolve afflictions against claw and horn, +10 accuracy against beasts. Nice. Gate Crashers. +1 might, 15% chance to perform knockdown attack against target with critical hits in melee. Ooh, that's good. The Slugger effect. Reeling Blow. Grants a Reeling Blow. Cone attack that sends targets flying backward with a chance to stun. Very nice, very nice. We don't have enough money for really any of these. So, I think we'll say sayonara.
Welcome back. Looking for anything specific?
Your selection is fine, but I'm looking for even better equipment.
I assure you that everything I sell is well crafted.
Her smile wavers.
But I will admit I'm not quite the weaponsmith that Marihi is. Nor do I possess Uto's expertise with firearms.
There we go.
Marihi, you can find in Pariki's Overlook, the district to the north. Uto has a shop in the Brass Citadel, in the eastern part of Neketaka.
Okay, farewell.
Yes?
Good to know. Are these our bandits?
I'd be glad to.
There's the wolf. Principe Pistolier. Alright, so let's get a good position here.
So she asked him what he calls that trick, and he says the consueli.
We're gonna find a little... we can't really stealth here, I guess. Okay, let's just go in for the talk.
Absolutely.
Let's get a good position here.
You the one causing trouble in Cotter's neighborhood?
The wolf at this man's side raises her hackles and growls. She shushes and pats her behind the ears. Or he shushes and pats her. All the while keeping his focus trained on you.
I thought Rimaro's pup kept better company.
Kata glances at Seraphim.
Ahoy, friend. So you still be doing that old referring yourself by name thing? Would have thought it'd have cost you enough lays by now to be dropping that affectation.
Cotter has not missed the sound of your voice, Seraphim. Your smoke and mirror ghosts do not impress Kaletzia, and they do not scare Cotter.
A line of drool drips down between the wolf's bared teeth.
Sorry, Valian names all sound the same to me. Which one is the pretty wolf?
You'll know soon enough.
Kota bares his teeth too at Adair. Pull spirits from the in-between. Any chance you're the one shaking down Zamar?
Zamar has money problems. Kota has solutions. The little man doesn't know how to count his coins. Kota heard a newcomer was talking with Zamar.
His free hand moves toward the weapon slung on his belt.
Wrong play, Cotter. Let's be keeping this a friendly fucking chat. Lest the captain be calling your raise.
His furred hands rest near his own weapons.
Look, Selezia. Your supper comes with blue fur.
He nudges the wolf, eliciting a deep growl.
Tell the shipwright to accept Kotter's deal before he suffers another setback.
Why are you shaking down Zamar?
Zamar can keep Principe ships afloat.
Kata narrows his eyes.
Cotter tires of seeing his family sailing derelict wrecks.
Just give me Captain Redora's money and I'll leave you alone.
The coin is gone, amico. Ale for Cotter's friends and food for Cotter's wolf. Macasita gets the rest.
He pats Selezia's flank and smiles toward the rest of the gang. How about I stitch your hide into sailcloth? What's in it for me if I help broker an agreement between you and Zamar? Any thoughts, Seraphim?
You gotta ask, Cap. A Principe deal be the all-round winner?
A Principe deal be the all-round winner. The Orlan shrugs, putting a furred hand over his braided beard.
Zamar gets himself steady work. The pirates know they're looked after. And you and me get to shove off from this mess with a Principe favour in our hold. Charting another course risks running us aground of everyone's bad side.
Better that you listen to the hairy piglet.
Kata nods, glancing from Seraphim to you.
Kata will see that his casita knows your name. There's also a coin to spare. Redora's coin. But she's too soused to miss it.
Kata chuckles to himself.
And Kata will get you the Principe discount on Zamar's goods. Deal?
Sure, sounds fair. I'll hammer out the details with Zamar.
Gelarde, here's an advance. Go tell Zamar the good news. Kata will handle the rest.
Okay. I thought we were going to fight those guys for sure. Alright, let's go talk to Zamar. And then we'll head back down to the inn and talk to Redora.
Yeah? Of course.
Ahoy there. Any news worth telling?
I spoke to the Principe on your behalf.
You actually confronted those feral cats?
Cool, cats be sacred, shipboard, you know. Wouldn't have taken you for one to be painting the Principe all godly.
Seraphim smirks, arms akimbo.
Folks shoreside sometimes stick 'em in the stew pot. See if that strikes you for something weighty.
Zamar rolls his eyes. He crosses his arms and looks past Seraphim at you. I think you're better off taking their deal. Sawing through his nose, Zamar squeezes his eyes shut.
I needed coin, not a middleman one to negotiate with cutthroats.
He pulls a small flintlock from his belt and holds it pointed at the ground. You underestimate how hard the Principi are working to make cooperation your only recourse. Do you want to see what happens when they run out of patience? No. Put down the gun, the deal is already struck. Principi won't be thugs forever, give them a chance. Redora hasn't got any money, the Principi are your only choice. Let's go with the streetwise. You understand how hard the Principi are working to make cooperation your only recourse.
That doesn't make it right.
His grip on the gun squeezes tighter.
I won't be held down by schemers and killers.
You're meant to take this deal before they offer you a worse one. His chest rises and falls with heavy breaths as he lifts the gun halfway.
If it's between my life and my dignity...
Gritting his teeth, he thumbs the hammer down and tucks the firearm back into his belt.
The Principi have their shipwright, and may Andra take them for it.
He grabs a fistful of his beard and grunts, pulling away with a few strands of hair. Opening his palm, Zemar lets them drift away with the wind. Boom. Using that streetwise.
Yeah.
All right. So, we got some XP and a level up, but I want to talk to Kata.
You again? Oh, come to...
All right. Discount is 10%. There we go. Cool. I thought we were going to get some more money out of Kata, though. He gave us an advance, right? I don't see anything here. $200 copper he gave us, right? Huh. I thought he was going to give us Rodero's coin. But I guess not. Okay, let's see what the journal says here. Salt in the wound. Find Lero Bardado. No. Symbols of death. Nope. So I guess it's completed. Helping hands? Nope. Okay. I guess it's completed. So, we've got a bounty we can do. Salt in the wound. Let's go talk to Romero at the Wild Mare. See what she thinks about all that. And then we gotta head upstairs to talk to Annalise anyway. That will be our plan of action. That'll be our plan of action.
Ado, you return.
You don't seem to be having as much fun as the rest of the clientele.
The fun ran dry with the coin.
She manages a wan smile.
When the dancers see more than an empty purse, I will be a content Radora.
Okay. Well, let's level up Seraphin here. Then we're gonna head upstairs. So we're gonna keep going with mechanics for him. Hey, Big Giant Chaos, how's it going? How goes it? Last piece of strawberry pie today? The pie got finished yesterday. My brother came over and ate about a quarter of a pie to himself, so That was it. We've got some strawberry rhubarb sourdough muffins that we were enjoying today that my wife made. So those were delish. How are you doing today? I'm doing very well. I'm doing very well. So I'm going to go bluff and mechanics. And level 3 cipher ability. Soul Whip. I don't really know what we're doing with Seraphim yet. I don't know really what we're doing. We're doing like a crowd control thing, right? Puppet Master, mental bending. So, psychic backlash, hammering thoughts. The cipher is able to use echoes of time to drive home strikes from their weapons, increasing their penetration. No, that's okay. Combat focus. Gain concentration at the start of each combat. Gain concentration. That might be good. Fractured volition. Violates an enemy's memories, bring vivid recollections of the past, the surface leaving them hobbled and weakened. Ecto Psychic Echo. I don't think we really wanted any of these. Did we? Pain Link. Mentally links an ally to those around them, forcing attackers to experience a portion of all damage an ally suffers. Could be good. Forcing an enemy's soul to leak energy, igniting the air around them and burning them over time. Secret horrors. Cause enemies in the area affected to believe their worst fears have been realized, frightening and sickening them. Let's do this one. Let's go combat focus. Start with concentration at the start of each combat. That's what we're gonna do. Okay. Okie doke. So we're gonna head up to the upper floor. Head up to the upper floor. Yeah. All right, so we've got Ymir. Let's talk to him.
See something you like?
The dancer turns to greet you, a coy smile tugging at his lips. He's short for an elf, but no less graceful for his lacking height. His long face and dark eyes lend him a solemn air, but any hint of gloom is chased away by the wash of color in his cheeks.
Aloth, this is the last place I expected to see you. Have your interests changed so much since our time at Bragon Hill?
A grin lights up Ymir's face. He fidgets with his hair self-consciously, smoothing it down where it's been mussed.
No, I still enjoy tile puzzles and deflecting personal questions. Anyway, what are you doing here?
He looks away as though he's trying to ignore Ymir's eager gaze. Adair nods in agreement.
I could ask the same of you.
He laughs lightly, a hand over his mouth.
I make my own hours, meet fascinating people, and the coin's nothing to sneer at. Better than stuffy old books and unflattering robes.
He casts a critical eye over Aloth's outfit. He opens his mouth to speak, but decides better of it. This is amazing. Introduce me to your handsome friend, Aloth.
This is Ymir, an old friend from my academy days.
A pleasure to meet you.
Ymir.
It's good to see you again, Aloth. Anyway, I should get back to it. Be well.
He smiles warmly at Aloth, blush coloring the tips of his ears.
It was lovely seeing you.
He catches himself, looking panicked.
Perhaps lovely is too strong a word. I meant pleasant. Perfectly agreeable.
He looks at you, chagrined.
I can see where I may have confused the poor fellow in our academy days.
Did you enjoy the show? There's more to see, if you're interested.
Tell me about yourself.
I suppose.
He looks at you with newly critical eye.
I was raised in the Adair Empire. When I was young, I studied to be an arcane knight. After an incident at my school, I left the continent and wandered until I found myself in Nikotaka. As you can see, I stayed.
All right. What kind of incident?
A handful of my fellow students got up to a bit of mischief that ended with several people dead.
His gaze lingers on the floor, the cushions, the tables, anywhere but your face. After a moment, he shrugs, offering no further explanation. Let me ask you about something else.
Did you enjoy the show? There's more to see, if you're interested.
Never mind.
Till later, then.
Okay. Alright, so we're looking for Annalise. A young woman reclines on the cushions, a hookah hose held delicately in one hand. Eyes closed, she sings to herself. Her voice is soft and inviting. She doesn't move when she hears you approach, but slowly opens her eyes with a lazy smile.
Come, lay your head on my breast. I will read to you the work of my favorite poet, Skilber.
Khan's looking for someone named Oswald. Sound familiar?
I'm sure I don't know who you're talking about. Now please leave.
Okay. It's clear you care quite a bit for him. Let me help. Yeah, let's use our insight. She chews on a knuckle, brow furrowed, deciding whether she should trust you. Then she sighs heavily and gives you a sheepish smile.
Oswald has visited oft of late. He's a sentimental old man, and he longs for the words of our homeland, Adir. I would often read the old epics to him in their original El Dadiran.
Her eyes gain a distant, unfocused look, and a wistful smile spreads across her face.
He's grown paranoid recently, however, always muttering about the shadows following him and other such nonsense. It was quite unnerving, frankly. He came to me in a panic a few days ago and shoved his journal into my hands. He told me he'd be back for it, but I've not seen hide nor hair of him since. I wonder, perhaps his journal would help you find him. Here, take this key. You'll find the journal in my armoire.
Okay. There we go.
Indeed.
Okay. Ooh, get that level up too. Nice. Let's have a look at this journal. Oswald's journal. Garden dog. This afternoon I walked the streets of Nekataka and felt an unusual spring in my step. I cannot be sure if it is the fine weather or the archipelago or my great distance from the Deerwood and the blasted Goose and Fox Inn that has gifted me this buoyancy of spirit, but I am grateful nonetheless. I have seen no sign of the girl, Hylia, be praised. Oh, I have seen no sign of the girl, Hylia, be praised. God's willing, I have slipped her net at last. Meckwinstag. The shadows are strange here, seeming to move of their own accord. As I passed from Queen's Berth to Periki's Overlook this morning, I could have sworn I saw one turn to face me, then another. I fled the area as quickly as I could, and as far as I can tell, I was not followed. I have many enemies, as any man of a roguish, adventurous mind should. Though none have cause to search for me here. I know these shadows must be but a trick of the mind, but still I am uneasy. The next entry is written in a shaky, wild hand, clearly penned in great haste. Rittlingsteig. I think these are the days of the week. Those words at the beginning. As I put me down to bed this evening, I heard a faint whispering beneath my window. I always leave it open to better catch the breeze, and thanks be to Hylia for it. Or I might have been none the wiser. However, when I went to investigate, no one was there. And yet, I know I heard voices. I may be old, perhaps even paranoid, but I am not crazy. I must leave this place with all haste. Gods protect me in my flight. On the next and final page of the journal is a symbol of Woduka, a broken crown scrawled in a deep red ink. Interesting. All right.
Have you come to hear some verse?
No. What's your problem with Khan? No, we've already...
Farewell.
We've already got everything we need from her. Oh yeah, P.S. Big Giant Chaos. I stopped by your D&D channel, by the way. It looks awesome. You guys did a great job. I couldn't stay and watch for too long, but I saw the layout and I didn't know which one was you though. I didn't see anybody by the name Big Giant Chaos, so I wasn't sure which one you were. Rabuna. A fire godlike woman polishes a pair of socks, tending to them with the fondness of a mother for her favorite child. The room is dim, illuminated only by the glow of her steel-forged skin. Her eyes burn with the light of Magrin's fire. When she hears you enter, she shoots you a look of utter contempt.
I will give you an experience you won't soon forget.
Okay. Tell me about yourself.
I must assume the question beneath your question is how a fire godlike came to find herself in a place such as this.
She leans back against a wall of chains. They clank and rattle, and she smiles at the sound.
Perseverance. Being as I am, I have been forced to find it for myself. Now I teach it to others.
To live in the
To
world...
live in a world as a thinking, feeling creature, it is difficult. It demands strength.
Okay.
But we cannot always be strong. I help those who have lost their strength to find it again.
She wraps a chain around her arm and tugs. The steel links glow red with forge fire where they touch your skin. Okay. Great. Chaos says, oh, I'm not in that stream. He doesn't stream our group. He runs like 20 different groups weekly. I was just showing you him. Oh, okay, cool. 20 groups. It's a lot of groups. Constantin. A burly dwarven man hums a jaunty tune to himself as he fastidiously organizes his collection of scented oils. When he hears you enter the room, he greets you with a smile of humongous outstretched hand. His grip is strong and sure.
Come to seek ablutions for your sins?
He slaps his knee with a bark of laughter.
Get it? Ablutions? Absolution? I crack myself up. Gets me every time.
He wipes a tear from his eye, still chuckling.
Massage? Bath? Whatever you need. Just ask.
How much for your time?
250 copper. Soaps, oils, fresh linens, all included.
He waggles his eyebrows at you and grins.
Best massage in Nekataka. That's what they tell me anyway.
I see. I don't have that kind of money. Very well. Big Giant Cat says, do the math. 20 groups of 5 players at $70 a month per player. He does it full time. 20 groups, 5, so 100 people at $70 a month per player. It's $7,000 per month. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. That's a lot of money though. $70 a month to play D&D. But I guess if you're good, right? I guess if you're good, you're good. Oh, I didn't realize people DM'd full time. That is good. It's a lot of it'd be a lot of prep though for him. I imagine there'd be a lot of overlap too, like he could mix and match and borrow stuff from one campaign and use it in another, but so much prep even just for one campaign. I couldn't imagine having 20 groups on the go. That's crazy. Bubba Fabe says, hey, I'm back. Welcome back, Bubba. Chaos says he has no free time. Yeah, I bet. He's probably just always writing and like putting your story together. It's so much work. Okay, nobody up here we need to talk to. Oh yeah, we got these level ups. I like that they remind you. Okay, athletics and intimidate. And let's see what's going on for Adair here. So he doesn't get another tree just yet. Charged by the rush of battle, the fighter will continually regenerate health at a modest rate. Yeah, I think rapid recovery is a good skill. Increases the amount of health. I think that's good. I don't have anything here that I want to add. I don't think, other than like maybe one of these stat boosts. So let's go for health regen. That sounds good. That sounds good. Chaos says he has been invited to Wizards of the Coast offices to consult with them. It's crazy how people find ways to make a living. Yeah, that is crazy. It's awesome though. Bubba says, or he just uses all the plots that were ruined by players in the next person's campaign. Yeah, exactly. I'm sure you could run a second campaign with everything we've ruined. Lol. Yeah. Well, you haven't ruined too much. I mean, only like once per session. You guys kind of slit someone's throat. You go murder hobo. Or you just walk through a room without doing anything. So we found the journal of the guy. Oh, we have to upgrade it. Apply our level up as well. Guy says our group is the first group that accepted Strahd's invite for dinner. Oh. I haven't played Curse of Strahd, so hold the spoilers, please. And he's run that module many times. Yeah, well, 20 groups. I guess that helps, right? If you're running modules, like you're using D&D campaign settings, then it's not as much prep, I guess. Because we do a homebrew campaign setting, which I DM for, so it's a lot of work, but we have fun with it. Okay, so stealth is pretty good. Let's go sleight of hand, and then we'll go explosives. And we're gonna keep stacking insight. That seems to be very valuable. Chaos says he does homebrew. I love homebrew. Nice. Yeah, it's nice once you, especially once you've run the Wizards of the Coast campaign settings. It's nice to mix it up with something where you don't know where the story's going to take you. Blinding strike. No, we don't want that. Two-handed style. No, we have. What is this? Dirty fighting? Yeah, we have that. One-handed style. No, we don't need that. Don't need that. I'm trying to see what we need to get here. Not really sure. So wizard. Weapon and shield style, one-handed style, two-handed style. So maybe there's a spell we want to pick up. We could pick up mirrored image. Or bewildering spectacle. Yeah. I think we're gonna go for... What does this do? Eats away at the target spirit, inflicting corrosive damage and converting the essence into health for the caster. That can be good. Cast time 3 seconds. I think we're gonna go with mirrored image. Although, is that redundant because of our specialty ability? It might be. It might be. Let me just have a look at that real quick. I just want to have a look at that real quick. Character. So, current effects, abilities. Here we go. Core rogue abilities: assassin, assassinate, sneak attack. Core wizard, illusionist. Plus 20% recovery time with evocation transmutation spells. Plus 1 wizard illusion spell. Illusion's power level. Grants. Yeah, gain reflexive mirror passive. Once per encounter, when first attacked, automatically gain the effects of the spell Mirrored Image. So that kind of automatically happens. So we don't need to take that on as a spell. I think we could do something else. I think we could do something else then. Okay. Second level wizard spells. Oh, I already have Mirrored Image because of our grimoire. Is that right? Yeah. I do. Okay. So shouldn't take that anyway. So we're gonna go sleight of hand, insight. Yeah, I don't think there's any rogue abilities we need. So I kind of want to take this. Infuses the caster with the fit and smart inspirations. And then what is this spell? Bulwark against the elements, yeah. But we can't take these enchanting spells. So let's go with the confusion, I guess. Let's go with the confusion spell. What's the cast time on this? 3 seconds. Yeah. Grimoire Slam. Large damage and knocking the target enemy back. No. Yeah, let's just try that. Let's go with Bewildering Spectacle for now. I think we're gonna respec our character though.
Yes.
See how it goes. Okay. So, where do we want to head out now? Lost dues in good faith. Give Oswald's journal to Khan. Okay. I found Oswald's journal in Annalise's armoire. Khan will want to read it. I can find her on the ground floor of the Wild Mare. Oh. Alright, let's head back in there and talk to Khan. Head back in there and talk to Khan. Here we go. Khan.
Have you got any leads on that mad old goat yet?
Here's the journal. Khan flips through Oswald's journal, then stops and looks up at you, eyes wide. Someone has hastily scrawled the broken crown symbol of Wodoka across the last page. Khan mutters to herself. She traces the symbol with her finger and frowns. Hey, your average savage, what's up? Welcome back. How you doing today? You've lost the item.
Oh, Oswald, you really stepped in it now, haven't you? Getting mixed up with Woodikins? You damned old fool.
She shakes her head sadly and closes the journal with a snap.
Where could they have taken him?
You must have sailed through half of the Deadfire to get to Nekataka. Anything catch your eye? She's our survival.
Not really. To be honest, I spent most of the trip out from Defiance Bay, bent over the bulwark, giving Andra a taste of my innards. I hate boats.
Say nothing?
Damn, if only I could find that captain who gave us passage to the Deadfire. Bet he'd know. Wait a tick.
She blinks, remembering.
When our ship neared Nekataka, the bosun told me about a weird temple on an island in the Karatapu Channel, southwest of the city. She wouldn't tell me what it was for, though. Got real spooked when I asked.
Weird temple? Sign me up.
Go take a look then, and let me know what you find.
She marks the location on your map with a flourish.
With any luck, you'll catch the old goat there in one piece, and we'll both leave here with some weight in our purse.
Great. Your average savage is great. How about you? Awesome, man. I'm doing really well. Really enjoying the Pillars of Eternity Deadfire. Pillars of Eternity 2 Deadfire. So much to take in, though. I'm a little overwhelmed, to be honest. Okay, alchemy and religion. So we're going with her. One priest ability. Excuse me. Prayer for the spirit. Gain concentration at the start of each. What does this do? Concentration. Is that her skill? Her ability? Your average server says you almost have 50 followers. Yeah, man. Yeah, we've been trickling in 1 or 2 a day, so we're getting there. Yeah, thanks for noticing. But yeah, really, really happy about that. So, what does aware do? 5 perception, 50% of grazes converted to hits. Interesting. Jim says, gotta hit that magic 50 mark. Yeah. Yeah, we're getting there. We're getting there. I think we're gonna go with prayer for the spirit. We're gonna go prayer for the spirit. And then James says, got a sub emote ready yet? Oh, just you wait. Just you wait. Madge Wolf's got something special. He's got something special. Got something ready for you guys. As soon as we hit that 50 mark. Arcana. And history. Did you guys see his new, the banner that he made for the channel? The video banner? It's pretty awesome. It's the new intro screen and outro screen. Here, I'll put it up for you. I'll flash it real quick. There it is. That's the humble footman riding away on the Deadfire. Pretty cool. But yeah, he did this border here. And he's also got an emote ready for us, so yeah, lots of cool stuff. Really happy to have him partnered with us for the channel. Bubba Fabe says, I love it. It's so well done. Yeah, it's awesome, eh? I love that pixel art 8-bit style. All right, so Aloth is... what's he got here? Fireball, Crackling Bolt, Minor Lettuce Bounding Missiles, Kalikoth's Minor Blights, Deleterious Alacrity of Motion, draws upon the Life Force to gain a Swift Inspiration. I think it's okay. Arduous Delay of Motion, Poncelhot's Straining Touch, Lengrath's Displaced Image, that's a cool spell. Arcane Dampener creates a nullifying field of antagonistic magical energy around the chosen point, suppressing all beneficial effects on enemies in the area of effect. Sure, let's try that. We never used these kind of debuff or anti-buff spells last time, so we're gonna take Aloth more in that direction. All right. Alright, everybody's leveled up. We've got a new point on our map. Your average savage says, I have a question. Why is there so many repeated spells from the first Pillars of Eternity? Is it like a remake or... well, it's definitely not a remake. I would say there's so much new stuff in this game. I'm actually kind of overwhelmed. There's a ton of stuff to learn. It is very familiar in terms of the spells, and if you think about it, it's the same world, right? It's the same lore, and all of the spells are tied into the lore of the world, into the gods and the names of the wizards that invented the spells and that kind of thing. So there's some congruency there, but if you're worried about it being like very similar to PoE 1, don't be too worried. There's also a lot of spells that you can only find in this game that aren't in grimoires or that the wizard isn't able to learn through leveling up. You actually have to just find them. And so that's something that's totally new to this game as well. So there's a ton of new stuff, and I'm still learning as I go. So I'm kind of taking my sweet time here, you know, chipping away at it. But yeah, there's so much new stuff. So don't be too worried that it's too close to PoE 1.
At once.
GM says, I think a lot of people would be disappointed if they didn't get to use their favorite spells from PoE 1. Yeah, there's that too. For sure. For sure. And they've tweaked some of the spells so they're not exactly the same. Okay, so we're supposed to find that girl's brother. She said he could be at the inn, or he could be watching the falls. So let's head up to the falls. She said like maybe over here underneath the falls. GM says, at least that's how I've experienced in game series like Neverwinter Nights and Divinity. Yeah. Well, there you go.
Have you heard about the commotion at the palace?
Of course. Something about Luminous Adra.
A giant made of Luminous Adra.
All I know is that they're all at each other's throats up there.
Yeah, we'll have to head to the palace soon. Someone's coming! Yep, there he is. Against a backdrop of jeering youths, a woman raises her arms with an air of practiced drama. Before her, two men stand across from each other, mirroring scowls.
You both attest that you have made all possible efforts to come to a peaceful...
The woman trails off as you approach, and you find yourself the sudden target of the crowd's attention.
Who is this Nasenale? How many cousins do you have or so?
Lero chuckles.
Postenago. Does that look like any cousin of mine?
How should I know? Your kin lie with eels.
Heyo. Orso glares at Lero and bites back whatever insult he had at the ready.
We have business. What do you want?
To know what's going on here for starters.
This doesn't concern you. We've come to settle a challenge.
Before he can finish, Lero quickly speaks up.
What's your words, Oaf? You want the Juana to know we're dueling?
My bad so to the tribals. We should be free to settle matters on Valiant terms.
Orso glances in your direction with annoyance.
Small wonder the old empire collapsed in civil strife if this is the Valian way.
He sneers.
And how do your colonies fare, Adira?
Orso narrows his eyes at Aloth. I suppose you have good reason for this duel. You don't have to do this, you know. Lero, what say you?
We are civil enough to kill each other without making an incident out of it.
I suppose you have good reason for this duel?
This street thug called my family a warren of corrupt inbreds. But is there a dung heap in all the world that does not have a little Valera cousin scratching through it?
Lero opens his arms wide and smiles to the milling crowd.
That wolf he calls mother would have us live out our days polishing Bardato silver.
Orso spits at the ground between them. Okay. The Juana are gathering reinforcements to storm this position. They should be here any second. No. Our mite says, shut up and shake hands before I hurl you both over this waterfall. Is this slight worth one of your lives? Does this have to be settled by death? Surely there are better alternatives. Let's go. Let's flex our might. We have 18 might, so shut up and shake hands before I hurl you both over this waterfall. Lero and Orso trade uneasy glances. Their vitriol for each other momentarily set aside.
A threat? Diveros? We are the sons of the wealthiest families in Deadfire.
Okay. Does this have to be settled by death? Surely there are better alternatives. Let's use the intimidate. Say nothing.
Miller, scatter!
Laro whistles to his attendants, and they break apart in a disorganized exodus from the scene.
What? Where are you going, you stuffed shirt? Hey, wait!
Orso and his comrades scramble to follow suit.
This isn't over, you coward! You can't hide behind your corrupt mother forever!
Orso leaves the area in a hurry. Alright. Investigate the ongoing feud between the Bardato and the Valera families. Sounds like a plan. I think we were supposed to bring him back to his sister, but nonetheless, let's check out Sansa's map emporium. We just haven't been in here yet. Just want to explore the rest of this space before we continue on. Just keep exploring.
I find this interesting.
A trap right in the middle of your shop, eh? Alright, let's talk to Sansa.
Oh, hello.
Hello.
Welcome to my shop. It's such a pleasure to see a new face.
Sansa bounces back on his heels, a wide grin plastered on his worn face.
How might I assist you?
What do you do here?
Oh, I am a cartographer. I make maps. I'm not half bad at it either. And may the gods forgive my immodesty for saying so. If you need a map of any settled region of the Deadfire, I am your man. And my commission rates are quite generous. It used to be I would take to the sea and do a bit of charting myself. But I haven't the time. Too many maps need making. A shame, too. There's a whole swath of the Deadfire I've yet to see.
Ah.
I'm quite keen to write a book, in fact. Oh, but I won't trouble you about that. Excuse my nattering on, won't you?
You said you're running a book?
I'm putting together an explorer's account of the Deadfire. Or at least the part of it Queen Onekaza's tribe has laid claim to. My book will be the first of its kind. The Explorers Club will go mad for it. Or, well, that was the idea. It's a fiercely dangerous enterprise, in point of fact, and nobody will agree to chart the islands for me. You'd think ship captains would be a bold-hearted bunch. I offered fair recompense.
Sansa folds his arms, sighing.
I'm not exactly the most powerful fighter, or I do it all myself. Still, wouldn't it be wonderful? An explorer's guide to the Deadfire. Someday.
I've got a bold heart in a ship. Need a hand?
Do you mean it? This is... Wow! I can't thank you enough. It's a lot of ground, I mean water to cover, and some of these islands are in very dangerous waters.
Despite his words, the gleeful expression on Sansa's face has not faded.
Don't worry, I planned it all out. We'll get your feet wet first. With a little experience under your belt, I'm sure you'll get a taste for it. Nothing will stop us. I mean, you. The idea is to explore all the islands that haven't been charted yet, or even named. That falls to you, amico.
Ah.
You can't tell me you've never wanted to name your own island. I thought we could start with the waters around the company outpost at Port Mage. There are 2 islands in the region, and nobody's taken much notice of them yet. Once you're back, I'll start filling in my map and adding your findings to the book. Oh, this will be wonderful.
Cool. Oh, we've got a little secret drawer in the desk there.
Yes, certainly.
Let's see if I can... Oh, the dog. Alright, let's do a little quick save and see if we can loot this drawer.
Not a sound.
From Caleb Zapooch.
Of course.
Oh, baby. Scroll of Embrace of the Earth Talon. Mother of Pearl and lots of copper. Yoink. We got it. Alright, let's have a look at this scroll. Requires 7 Arcana. Extremely loud. 31. A trio of stone claws erupt from the ground, turning flesh to stone, paralyzing and inflicting slash damage to everyone caught in the area. Alright, need to be careful with that one. Let's give it to Aloth. Come on, my dude. Huh, I can't put it in his quick items for some reason. Maybe because he doesn't have the Arcana for it yet. He's got 6 Arcana, I believe. Okay. So, let's see if I can loot this chest. Little doggo there. No, not really. Cool. Well, that's neat. So that's something that's brand new. Being a cartographer, or exploring for the cartographer. Definitely wasn't in the first game. Lots of little side things to do in this game, which is great. Which is great. I think we'll have fun with that. Okay. So there's Luminous Audra the Valera estate we did go into, the back alley. We've not been to Dockside. Oh yeah, we did talk to her about Dockside Arms and Armor. We have not been to the Valiant Trading Company. We have not been down in this area here. So let's go, let's explore these docks. And then we're going to head down to the Valiant Trading Company headquarters. Did we talk to you, Ania? She gave us a bounty, I think.
Ach, my little private...
Yes. Okay. Oh, what's this? You duck down into the canal and find yourself kneeling before an iron gate. The reek of sewage wafting from the other side is powerful enough to bring tears to your eyes. The iron bars are set firmly into the surrounding brick, barring any passage onward. Okay. So we don't have a reason to crawl into the bottom of this building yet, but we know it's here. We know it's here. So we're going to come back. We're just going to explore these docks first, and then we'll go back to the Valiant Trading Company.
A giant? One of the Rathun? No, much bigger. Such is the rumor.
Sounds like sailor tales to me.
Let's talk to the cobbler.
In the market for decent footwear?
Yes.
You won't find any cat leather around in my shop. Some of us hold ourselves to a higher standard.
Great. Let me see what you have.
Of course. Come take a look.
Shorewalker sandals, plus 10% stride, plus 1 resolve. Boots of stealth, we already have. Okay. Nothing we need there. Your average savage says, have you played or plan to play Divinity Original Sin 1 or 2 in the future? I have played both games. I have not finished them. So after this game, it's definitely on the list of games that we're considering to jump into. It's definitely on there. Would you be interested in watching a playthrough of Divinity Original Sin 1 and 2? Whoa. What the?
Ready to brawl?
What the? Random imps. Alright. Let's go. Oh, getting a little performance lag here.
You're quite friendly, aren't you?
Your average average says, yes, I'd be interested in watching any of them. Cool.
Happily.
Yeah, I've got them purchased and downloaded already.
Absolutely.
But I haven't completed them, so I'd probably start a new run and play through from beginning to end if you're interested. Jim says, I'm totally down for a co-op, co-stream scheduled Divinity playthrough if you are humble. Haven't played 2 yet, don't mind replaying 1. Cool, man. Yeah, we could definitely get that going. Well, there you go. There you go. Alright, so let's go down to the Valiant Trading Company.
We can summon the guards if you want to be difficult, amico. Kindly leave.
Taweno.
If Luca doesn't see
The young Juano wears a disconcerted frown. He meets your approach with the flicker of a welcoming smile, but it dies down quickly.
Please, I must ask a favor.
He shies back from making eye contact, keeping his head lowered.
What say? Do you have business with the Valian Trading Company?
What seems to be the problem?
My people of the Duape. We signed a contract with the company.
Tolwenu looks toward the headquarters with a despondent frown.
We were not understanding the terms at the time. I wish to, renegotiate. But the clerks turned me away.
Tell me more about this contract.
My father, the Ranga, took payment from the company. In exchange, they dig for Audra.
He speaks with more confidence, as if these words were rehearsed several times over.
He did not understand the Valian way. When he dies, the Outlanders will claim our island for themselves. Father has fallen ill, and the clerk, Luca, stands by the agreement as surely as if it was stamped in his skin.
Our insight says, I'm guessing the company didn't like someone challenging their unfair deal.
Akira. When the Valian clerk learned I was from the Duape, he became very anxious. I made my appeals to Luca, but my words were as stones dropped down the deepest well. While I am barred from the company office, I can do nothing for my people.
I'll meet with this Luca. Maybe we can arrive at more agreeable terms.
Akira, my thanks. I will remain here by day until justice is done.
The worst of his concerns are quickly overshadowed by a broad smile. Seems like a nice guy. Alright, let's head into the Valian Trading Company headquarters. GM says it'd be fun with someone else interested in voicing it like you do with PoE. I've tried playing with friends, but they don't have the playstyle like you and I. Oh. I didn't realize I had a playstyle. Do you mean just like taking your time and actually reading the dialogue? They just kind of blast through it? Yeah, that. Oh, I see. Yeah. Yeah, I think a lot of people miss out on a lot of the game by doing that. You know, like I wouldn't play something so story rich if I wanted to just blow through it, right? I think that's something a lot of people don't have the patience for, but I think streaming helps with that a bit too. Just knowing that there are people watching and they want to know this story as much as you do, right? Boba Fabe says, you also are able to draw the audience into the story. Well, thanks, man. I'm trying. Let's just loot the picture.
It's still going on, is it? When will those arrogant louts decide that enough is enough?
Just a commoner. The VTC attendant. You'll find the governor past these doors for other business. Please see Luca in his office at the front. Okay, let's talk to Luca. Hi. GM says, yeah, and I think I'm the same as you in what you said earlier, that you decided to stream PoE kind of because it forces you to take your time and read out everything. Without an audience, it's tempting to start skipping through dialogue sometimes. Yeah, exactly. And it's not that it's not interesting. I think for me, it's, you know, if I'm putting all this effort into streaming it and saving the VODs and putting them up on YouTube, you know, then you got to take your time and go through the story. Otherwise, it just doesn't make sense and it's not really watchable at that point, right? And so it really forces you to be consistent in the way that you play without skipping anything, which I think is great, right? Because that's ultimately why these games are made, and there's a lot there that, you know, you don't want to miss just because you're feeling tired or you don't feel like reading or whatever. So it kind of holds you accountable, but at the same time, I think you also know, like, it's rewarding, right? When you play through all the way. And your average server says, wait, you have a YouTube channel? Yeah, man. Links below, just on the bottom of the screen there. So you can catch our Pillars of Eternity 1 playthrough is all there. What's your YouTube name? Just click the link. Just click the link. It says watch on YouTube. Same name, Humble Footman on YouTube. All right, Solus. hopefully everything works out with your girl, man. I'll see you back in a bit. Keep us posted. Yeah, I'll have to figure it out later, GM. I'm not sure how to take that out right now. Yeah, I'll have to come back to that. Just the VODs that's up later. Okay, cool. I'll do that. Ju5 Pay. Is it Jupe? Ju5 Pay? How do you say your name? What's your class? I am playing a Spellblade, which is Wizard Rogue, or Rogue Wizard, however you want to call it. So that's my class. That is my class. Alright, the clerk busies himself about the room, favoring you with a brief glance. He rubs under his eyes and exhales through his nose. Are you playing, is it Jupe? Ju5? Jupe is fine. Okay, cool. Are you playing PoE 2 right now?
Merla. If you are not on the schedule, you are here to waste my time.
I spoke with Taweno outside. You have a claim on his tribe's land. Let's use our insight first to examine the clerk. Luca's shirt is spotted with a number of faded purple stains that you recognize as droplets of wine. Someone has tried unsuccessfully to wash them out. Jim says, I don't mind now with a few viewers here, no offense, and I don't care much about the Twitch VOD because it's only for 3 months, but I don't want it on YouTube forever. No worries, dude. Okay, so I'll smudge that out of the YouTube vid for sure before I upload. No worries. Jupe says, not right now, thinking about getting this one, finishing the first one. Nice. Yeah, we just finished our first playthrough of PoE 1. And if you wanted to check it out, it's on YouTube. But we had a blast with that game, and so we just went right into PoE 2 because I'm having an awesome time with it. So your average savage says that's an interesting class. Yeah, it's pretty cool. It's been fun to play. Although our constitution is really low, so it's been difficult when we take hits. So we're trying to bolster our defense a bit. But my idea with the class was like to be like a stealthy rogue, you know, with a dagger or something. You sneak up and you deal some quick damage and then disappear or like retreat. Kind of like in D&D, they have this spell called Misty Step where you can just like teleport away and then start casting some spells, and then the tanks can engage, and then the rogue can come back in and like deal a ton of damage without being the front of the battle. So your average savage says, I'm currently playing a rogue in PoE 1. Oh, nice. Nice. How are you liking that? And Jupe gives a thumbs up. Thanks, man. All right, let's continue on. So Luca's got some wine stains on his shirt. Noting your interest, Luca tugs his jacket closed.
The service at the tavern are clumsy. Most clumsy, indeed.
He clears his throat and fans at his neck. I spoke with Taweno outside. You have a claim on his tribe's land?
A lawful claim, I might add. No matter what the native says to the contrary. He showed up with a forged contract, as if I wouldn't know the difference between our paperwork and theirs.
He gestures dismissively out the door. I'm guessing it wasn't forged. He probably just didn't know what he was doing.
Taweno is lucky. I only seized the forgery. The galley is too good for his kind.
Taweno didn't mention a forgery.
Sientere, it's no surprise the little cheat is an accomplished liar. I keep his cheap forgery locked in my chest. It's good for the occasional laugh.
I'm trying to spare you the headache by getting this sad native off the streets. There must be some agreeable way to sort out Taweno's problem. Let's try that one.
Your villager friend would do well not to stand between the company and our prize. The company is allowed to solve problems as we see fit. And right now, Taweno is a problem. Besides, lying is second nature to the Ranga heir and his ignorant cliente.
I'll make sure Taweno sees reason. a second nature. What is the purpose behind such a contract? How much would it cost for you to lose the original contract? We're talking about the Duape homeland. This isn't right. Tawenu mentioned you were anxious about talking to him. Why? I don't have time to solve this politely. What's the purpose behind such a contract?
Simple enough. We take on the burden of caring for the tribe in exchange for luminous Adra rights. Tawenu is myopic if he thinks his tribe can thrive under Aranga in this climate.
We're talking about the Duape homeland. This isn't right.
This is the homeland they signed away for money, Ak. I can almost guarantee the company will put it to more dignified use.
Diplomacy. Keep negotiating like this and you'll drive the Juana into the arms of the Royal Deadfire Company. Let's try that one.
Bah, shuddery. It would be weakness to concede when we're so decidedly in the right. Now move along. I have larger matters to resolve than the fate of one insignificant island.
Okay. I feel like we didn't really get anywhere with him. Let's try again.
This room stifles already. Must you crowd it further?
How about your little problem with Tawenu?
This again? Precomplan, can it?
How much would it cost you to lose the original contract?
Did those words really just escape your lips in broad daylight?
His eyebrows arch with astonishment.
It would cause me more trouble than a few paltry coins across my desk are worth.
Alright. Tawenu mentioned you were anxious about talking with him. Why?
The crown has been known to grimace at our client tribe privileges.
The crown has been known to grimace at a client. He steeples his fingers together and chooses his words with care. Hey, Sir Donald, welcome back, man. Hey, man, I take it you finished the first one? Yeah, we finished PoE 1 last week, so we're in... This is our third day playing PoE 2. I finished the... uploading the videos to YouTube of the first PoE 1, so... the first PoE 1, and yeah, we finished that last week, so we had a blast. It was awesome. It was awesome. Welcome back, though.
We do not allow local trouble to stymie us, so that Rawatai can steal an advantage.
Let's use our insight. You're ashamed of this practice, and you don't want to admit it.
Postenago, the company has every reason to congratulate itself. Now move along. I have larger matters to resolve than the fate of one insignificant island.
One insignificant island. Okay.
This room stifles already. Must you... This again? Precomplan, can it?
I'll make sure Tawenu sees reason.
That would be best for everyone involved, I think.
Luca nods and goes about his business. Alright. Alright. I thought that's what we might have to do, but I wanted to see if I could resolve it another way. Alrighty. Let's loot the room here. Cursory scan of the shelves reveals labeled ledgers that date back decades. Hey, that's company property. Leave it alone. Okay. Governor's bodyguard.
Indeed.
Anybody in here?
One of my eyes be open.
Nope. Yoink. 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 Alright. Let's talk to the bodyguard.
Eccoci. You have business here?
The guard holds up a hand, appraising you in a few sweeping glances. I've just come from the Port Mage. Governor Clario suggests I might find work here.
You are in luck. The governor is between meetings. Go on in.
Great. Lueva Alvari. Governor's bodyguard. Alright, so this is the governor. Let's do a little quick save here before we enter into chat and loot his shelf. I think I'll help myself to a drink. Alright, talk to the governor. Standing next to her desk and lost in thought, Governor Alvari looks up at your approach. Her expression of intent focus thaws instantly, and she greets you with a startlingly sunny smile.
An interesting surprise. The Watcher of Cadnoa, no?
No.
I am told that is your ship in the harbor. Ecosi, I mean nothing by it. All newcomers are of great interest here. I am Lueva Alvari, governor in residence of the Valiant Trading Company here in Nekataka. What brings you to my door?
I've come from Port Mage. Governor Clario suggested the Valiant Trading Company might have work for me.
Generous of him. I am a little surprised he gave you up, to be honest. His operations on Port Mage must be going more smoothly than reported. How much do you know about the luminous Adra trade?
Enough. I know Aothis is looking for it. Let's try that.
Funny. I thought the Dawn Stars were the only people we didn't have to worry about. Every viable deposit is of interest to us. Cartographers, surveyors, at any moment we have a dozen expeditions underway. Some weeks ago, we received word of a large quantity of luminous Adra on a distant island. Pukukahara. It is not charted on any of our maps. However, Pukukahara is said to neighbor the island of Tikawara, and we've already made contact with the natives there. We dispatched an expedition to Tikawara with instructions to locate the Adra site and determine its value. Our people have neither returned nor sent any word on their progress.
Alvari spreads her hands in a gesture of helplessness.
We are too long delayed, and someone must finish the job. A watcher can determine if there is essence in the Adra, if it is worth the trouble and investment to remove it. Information for which we are willing to pay.
If I'm to sail to Tikawara, I'll need to purchase some supplies.
That I leave to you. Consider it an investment on your part, one that will be repaid in full on your return. My word on it.
Okay.
This will be of some use to you, I think. It entitles you to act as a commissioned agent of the Valiant Trading Company. Present it and you will be recognized as such.
Alvari presses a document into your hand. You've gained the Valiant Trading Company rate of commission.
Until then, I believe we're finished. Return here once you have word of our agents and our prize. Oh, and take care upon the open sea. There are greater hazards in these waters than a few pirates.
All right. Learn about Pukukahara from Tikawara. Let's just have a look around. So where did she say Tikawara was? The first expedition planned to stop at the island of Tikawara, southeast of Nekataka, where they hope the locals... So learn about Pokok from Tikawara. Okay. So we have to stop. This is a place. Tikawara is a place. Okay. Coo. Find the ancient temple near the Karatapu channel. So I think we need to finish exploring the rest of the city. Let's go talk to Wanu outside. Just finish exploring first. Okay, I think we've explored everything. Yeah. Okay. Let's head upstairs. Let's just see what's upstairs first. See what's upstairs first. See what's upstairs first. What's in here? So this takes us out to the Queen's berth. Probably to the balcony. What's this place? Apologies, but the director is not in. You'll have to return another time. Okay. this is somewhere that we just can't get to yet. Oleska Saraso.
Just a moment.
The dwarven woman at the desk does not yet look up. She taps at her chin with the quill in her hand, a look of furious concentration on her face. After a few moments, she scrawls something down in the ledger in front of her.
There we are. So, did Alvari send you? I'm putting together the numbers. You will have to be patient.
She glances up at you, distracted, then looks up again, blinking owlishly.
You're no clerk. Sientere, Watcher. I was preoccupied. Do not take it personally. They put me in this side office for a reason. Oleska Saraso, advisor. Did you get turned around? I have little to do with people, to be honest. Numbers mostly.
Saraso gestures to the desk with a quick sweep of her arm.
What can I do for you today, Watcher?
How fares the company?
I will not lie. Our fortunes dwindle. I must ask the director for some clarity on these figures. I cannot imagine why they are so low.
What do you do here?
Put plainly, I am an advisor to the director. I keep the books in order and offer advice on the operations of the fleet. Profits, losses, all here.
Rather than pointing at a ledger, she raises a hand to tap the side of her hand.
I have a better head for numbers than for small talk, I'm afraid. It isn't personal.
Big Giant Chaos says, I love the lantern light. It's cool and in dungeons. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, the lighting effects in this game are awesome. And the fact that the whole game doesn't pause when you're talking is kind of cool too. Keeps your visual interest.
Nice to be asked, I suppose. I hardly ever get anyone in here unless they need help with their sums.
Diplomacy. I don't see why. You probably have the most important job here.
That is true, but hardly anyone says so.
Saraso smiles, an earnest, amused smile that brightens her eyes and puts color in her cheeks.
I have been lucky to reach this position. I enjoy the work, and it is clear that I am needed. Being useful. It is a good feeling.
Can I ask you some questions?
I can spare a few moments.
What do you think of Elvari?
She's nice, no? A little intense, maybe. She gets results. Always to the letter.
What can you tell me about the Valera and Bardado families?
Ah, them. Gods, they've been at each other's throats from the start. And ask if anyone cares one speck why it started. We should have left these feuds back in the Republics. The Bardatos are some of our most valued investors. The Valera family makes its business in pirate hunting, and they have an open contract to keep the waters around Neketaka clear. But they spend more time plotting against one another. A waste.
Could you tell me a little about the Valiant Trading Company?
Well, it is funded and so controlled by the Songretta Mea Compresa. I can tell you that much. A council of 11 investors. Dukes, nobles, not all from the Republic's mind, but all very important people.
Who runs the company?
While the Songretta is away, Cantaniro is the company's highest authority on the island, but he mainly concerns himself with diplomatic affairs. For the usual business, you want the director.
Okay, that's all I wondered about. Very well. Nothing, oh, I could loot something there. Yeah.
Of course.
Thank you. And that would be stealing, so I won't do that right now. Okay, so nothing else up here. Let's just check the balcony here at the Queen's Berth. See if there's anybody or anything out here to loot. And then I think we're going to head to the other districts of the city and explore those. Gather up all of our quests. All of those quests. Little secret stash here. The many faces of Bareth. Folded note. This note appears to have been quickly jammed into this bench. As it's slightly crumpled, it's covered in what seems to be several failed attempts at amorous verse, including a few ill-advised rhymes for helm and sword. Nice. What is this? Many Faces of Bareth. Okay. Nice. A little bit of rum. And a lost dog. Yoink! You have gained an item. Toby! Yeah! Toby! Where's Toby? Toby! +1 perception grants party-wide effect. Love it. Love it. And we've also got Gosha. Constitution from Cosmo. I wish we could swap them out in battle. Because the Constitution is nice. What does this do? There's Toby. Alright. We got us a little Tobster. Little Tobster. Love it. Okay. Well, I'm glad we searched that. Glad we searched that. Stairs. Alright, so let's head down. And we're going to talk to, what's his name outside? Tuwerna? I think his name is. The Amau dude. See if we can renegotiate this contract. Do.
30 before venturing forth.
Tawenu.
Akira, you return. What say, friend?
Why didn't you tell me that you showed Luca a fake contract?
Fake? What say?
His lips pressed together in a frown of concern.
I showed Luca a new contract, yes? Fairer, more agreeable terms. Luca called me a criminal and summoned his guards.
What did you mean by new contract?
A man in the gullet offered to assist me. He carried papers, ink, and wax. He helped to write a new contract in the Valian way and to fix the correct seals. Luca, I say he did not like this. He took my contract and forced me into the streets.
Truth. I'm pretty sure you were given a forgery.
I do not know this word. I would fix, but Luca will not give me the chance. Negotiating with outsiders has not gone my way.
I spoke to Luca. He doesn't make it easy, does he? I'm still trying to restore the Duape land rights. I'm siding with Luca. The Duape should prepare to leave their island. On second thought, I'll return later. I'm a legal clerk myself. I'm going to represent you. I'll need payment up front. Why did they kick you out of their office? I'll look into it, but I make no promises. I spoke to Luca. He doesn't make it easy, does he? Let's try that.
Akira. He holds fast to his responsibilities and bends for no man or woman. Stubbornness is admired among his people, I say.
Use our insight. Do you know anything about Luca that we could use to our advantage?
His breath smells of drink, I say. A foreigner's weakness.
Tawenu wrinkles his nose in distaste.
A guard did whisper that Luca frequents the public house.
Tawenu glances toward the tavern to the east.
Akira, it may be that cooperation lies at the bottom of Luca's glass.
Tawenu touches his lips, intrigued but uncertain.
What can I do for you?
Okay. I'm still trying to restore the Duape land rights.
Akira, my thanks.
Tawenu's smile falters.
No matter the end, I will not forget the kindness.
Great. On second thought, I'll return later.
I will be going nowhere, my friend. The clerk and all of his harmful words could not move me.
So we have to find Luca at the tavern then. Let's see if he's there. Or if we have to wait till the evening, I'm not sure.
You must gather your party.
You must gather your party before venturing forth. I like Ashley Johnson's voice narrating the game for us. Okay. Let's see if Luke is here. See if we can buy him around. Baco, Redora, Khan. No. Maybe upstairs. Or maybe we just have to wait till later, because he's still at work. We may just have to wait.
Happily.
No, he's not here. Okay. So let's head out and explore the rest of the town. There's 2 more districts to explore, so I think we'll head north first. We'll head north first. Actually, there was that secret tunnel beneath the Valiant Trading Company. We should inspect that before we carry on, in case there's some secret armory stash or something we can find down there. So let's check that out first. It's just over here. Do a little save first. You duck down into the canal and find yourself kneeling before an iron gate. The reek of sewage wafting from the other side is powerful enough to bring tears to your eyes. The iron bars are set firmly into the surrounding brick, barring any onward passage. Let's inspect the grate. The iron appears solid, but exposure to the elements has worn away at the surrounding brickwork. The bar extends deeper than these evident fractures, and prying the gate loose would take considerable effort. Let's look for structural weakness using our mechanics skill. The iron looks sturdy enough, but you are able to spot some telltale signs of corrosion between the bars and the brick. Now that the defect is apparent, the work of bending the bars would prove a less demanding challenge. Great. We have pretty high might. Let's, we could use a pry bar though. Let's just use a pry bar. Leveraging your weight on the pry bar causes one of the bars to snap free, leaving enough space to crawl through. You've lost an item. Pry bar. Climb through. You carefully squeeze through the opening, steeling yourself for what comes next. In the darkness of the tunnel, partial success, you hear quiet retching. You press on with offered sympathies. As you progress through the tunnel, a change in the air pressure catches your attention. There's an opening above your head. The walls are slick and coated with waste, but you find handholds carved in either side of a narrow passage leading up. You haul yourself out of the pit toward the freedom. Out through the toilet of the Valiant Trading Company headquarters. Ugh. Your average average says, hey, gotta go, but have a great day. Good luck on getting 50 followers. Thanks, man. Have a great day. Thanks for stopping by, and thanks for that good luck. Really appreciate it. I'll see you around. Okay, so we came out of the toilet. Great. Great, great, great. Okay. Well, that was wonderful. So I'm not sure why we needed to do that. So we just crawled through the sewers for no reason. Perfect. Perfect. Alright, well, we know that passage is there if we need it. And we know where our poop goes. Excellent. Alright, let's head north. Let's head north.
I've already dislodged... I've no interest in another.
Sorry, lad. Thought that chip on your shoulder were for all to see.
Do you ever have a thought and just decide to keep it to yourself?
More than you know, my dear mate.
Bubba Face says, ah, what an experience. Yeah. That was a real immersive experience. North exit. Hello? There we go. Whoa, this is huge. Okay. We can go to Pariki's Overlook or the Gullet. Okay, so we have to go through Pariki's Overlook. Let's head there. It's massive. The Principe group notices you walking and approaches you in the street. Okay. Okay. Let's see what they want. See what they want. Shouldn't be any trouble if they're Principe. This portion of the game, I would attribute that to like those D&D sessions where there's no fighting. You just have like a shopping montage and some quest dialogue and some downtime activities. It's kind of, that's what today's been all about. So I imagine we'll be heading into some more combat soon. There's just so much to do in this game. So much. There we go. Seraphin stops as the other pirates approach, his fists balled. The heat of his anger flushes your skin and seeps beneath, simmering your thoughts.
Hold up, Cap. That be Malnage, the High Queen Sea Devil of the Deadfire herself, awaiting us like a shark in heat.
Ahoy, Malnage.
Captain, I've heard a mess and a half about you. Mostly good. Though I see your taste in company could use some refining.
The Orlan gestures to Seraphin with a smirk.
Typical Malnage. Can't match my skill, so you try to spew shit.
Boy, when you're as old as me, your skill will still be naught more than the untrained fumbling of an adherent maid to the refined workings of my mind.
The sailor's backing her chuckle. What brings you here, Malnage?
I've heard about your run-ins with Captains Benweth and Ferrante. Meeting the old Principe seems like. Almost makes a girl green. The envy of missing the party.
She grins, her mouth filled with the sharp yellow teeth.
I'm tracking a man by the name of Rimaro. Traitor to the cause.
Rimaro ain't no traitor, you mind-blind sack of squid squirts.
Seraphin growls, fists tight and fur bristling. You feel the anger coil around him and spill outward. Your vision begins to swim. Let the visions come. A sharp strike against your cheek, and your head hits wood hard. The wet of something rolling down the back of your scalp, clumping in your fur, and Malnage standing over you, fists balled, a flash like thunder and copper in your mouth. Then, an old man, eyes equal parts kindness and rage, hauling her back, shouting her down, turning to you, leaning in, the rage fleeing. The anger slides past, and your vision resolves into the Nekataka street.
Captain, there'll be a bounty of some 4,000 pounds on Rimaro, quick or dead. I'd be willing to cut you 1/10 of that, here and now, if you give me any knowledge you might have stumbled across on your travels.
We heard Romaro's on his way to Port Mage. I wouldn't tell you if I knew. Kindly fuck off. I know nothing about this. Malnage's eyes narrow to sharp lines in her graying fur, and her lip curls back over her sharp teeth.
Careful, Watcher. You don't want to go making yourself an enemy of the Principe Sen Petrella. Anyone aids our enemies shares their fate, you know?
She draws a finger across her throat.
Fare thee well, Captain. See you around, Seraphin.
She turns on her heels and leads her crew away. Alright, we ain't giving her any info. Gotta stay loyal to the party, you know?
I'd be
stay
glad.
loyal to the party. Alright. Well, looks like we've got a whole nother area to explore here. Or no, this is just like an intermediate area. Okay. Well, I think we're going to save it there. And that's what we're going to call it for today, guys. Been streaming for almost about 4 hours now. And I think that's a good break in the story. So, yeah. We'll do a little quick save. And just going to change this to windowed mode. There we go. So I will check you guys later. Thanks for everybody that stopped by. Thanks for all the new follows. And yeah, I really appreciate it. We're almost at that 50 follower mark today. So we're gonna be back at it again tomorrow for probably the same amount of time, same time. Like 10 o'clock, somewhere between 10 and 11 a.m. until about 2 or 3 in the afternoon. So yeah, really appreciate you guys being here. Check out the new outro art on your way out. I'll just throw it up right now. And we're just going to roll some credits. So thanks to everybody who stopped by. Thanks for all the new followers. And I'll catch you tomorrow. Thanks for being here. See you guys.